in between music royalty right now. The Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They love them. They love them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo, I'd love to see KiDi and everyone else.
And he said 6, that's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey, hey, hey.
Someone on me, sweet, nigga, ginger. Hey,
Girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and
and welcome to the social center of what Serial says. What did you say in that again?
Center of everything, music, lifestyle,
did you know that
culture.
was Serial's voice on that? Yeah, that's Serial's voice on that one. That's like, a silent seal. Like he signed up for $10 million package for that one, So
with
go and check his
IP
bank balance.
For life.
Serial for life. Hey, welcome to the show. Good morning to everyone out there doing the listening, doing the watching. It's good to have you join us again. 7 a.m. exactly. Welcome to Culture Daily. This is right here on 3 Music TV and also on Plus 89.9 FM. One more time, good morning. Like we say on Culture Daily, our new term we just got is Culture Daily. Man, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong on that. We have so much for you today. It's Friday. It's the last working day of the week. It's second week for us at this game.
Third, actually, Jay.
Like so quickly.
Yes.
Man, I'm
this
like
is the 15th.
Yeah, I'm jamming.
Yo, you should watch out for the kind of celebration will be happening here when we're about a month old. You know how we do it already, Yeah, we'll jam like crazy. We'll pop some bottles and pop some champagne. But talking popping bottles and champagne, well, today we're popping our bottles since it's a Friday with the man KiDi. The man whose tweets has just gotten Ghana like on some eruption.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was that really KiDi doing that?
I didn't even want to believe it when I saw it initially because I was like...
It was KiDi back then.
Yeah.
After that time,
Did
it was
you
a KiDi.
It was KiDi, but then he be KiDi.
Yeah.
Hey, Punches.
Oh yeah, Punches.
No, wait. Talking about Punches though, I listened to Cyril's album that he released. No, it was an EP that he released in 2020.
Bruh. Oh yeah?
Hey.
Classic?
Hey.
Title?
Hey, bars.
Are you
Listen. Cyril, you should get back. That was just 2 years ago, so...
Wait. Let's interview him.
Okay.
All right, this is a big deal.
Okay.
Before we bring in Song of the Day, all right? Cyril, what's the title of the EP?
Business Shoes and Dress Suits.
business shoes and dress.
You should listen to me. The first song's Lifeline, right?
Yeah.
Who was the lady at the end? That's your wife?
No.
Really?
That's a long story.
Wife. Okay. No, because you should listen to me.
I love you.
But
Which one
I love you. Hey,
unfortunately,
it was
before
good.
my wife.
It was really good. It was really good. It was really good. Now, Stoneboy was by the studios yesterday and he said really, really good things about you.
Oh,
and then
really?
he's asked young rappers to come to you for all the rap. So if you are not doing it,
wait, do we have a video to this?
Do
we have a video?
We do have a video to it, but we'll put it out later.
I will chop minister for him.
Oh man, you see, it just got interesting.
Please.
So you know what we do on Fridays? So on Fridays, we have one special artist join us to give us a lovely performance. Last 2 weeks, it was Cena Soul, just blessed our studios, and this week is a man KiDi. But next week will be Serial.
Next week will be you.
I see what my own house people are doing. This is how slavery started. They sell you from home. But it's normal. Positive vibes. Much love.
Anyway, positive vibes, much love. Yesterday, Shatawale got the news trending again. We'll give you some updates on the conversations that he had. Credits to Good Evening Ghana on Metro TV as well. And yo, Shatta, you know how we do it, man. He just knows how to get his name on top of the charts and the streams every day. He does it magically. I think he's got the game on lockdown. We'll talk more about that later on. But right now, let's jump into our first song of the day, right here on Culture Daily.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They loved them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see KiDi and everyone else.
And he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but what is sweet?
Hey. So follow me, sweet nigga agenda. Hey. Okay, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists at the end of the day be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you know a traveler, the name is like who the hustler. Far away, just a qualala. Back again, where we coming, I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me, I know. Remember you know a traveler, the name is like who the hustler. Far away, just a qualala. Back again, where we coming, I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me, I know.
This is my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go to be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I bear with you. Love to you guys so much. I love
You know, ever since he released, new songs from his mavens, and what you just watched is Ijo Laba Laba or something like that. Ijo Laba Laba, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's right?
Ijo Laba Laba. And there's a dance to it.
Ijo Laba.
Yeah, there's a dance to it.
TikTokers.
Yeah, like,
Then they do something like this also.
But where did you see the dance? You should have sent me a link. Now I don't know anything about it.
Jay saw it on TikTok. Jay saw it on TikTok. Jay is a good sit dancer.
Talking about
nightclubs at chess.
Yesterday, the TikTokers were live in the studio as well with Lenny, and can you recall some of the dances?
I wanted the two of you to join me in dancing, but it's just unfortunate that you guys couldn't. But yeah, I do remember some of the dances. I have to rehearse them more so that, I'll be able to give it to you back to back on TikTok like they did here. So yeah, I'll be doing that this weekend. This weekend, that's one of my goals is to learn how to do the dances. Yeah.
Wow. Those of us who can't dance on TikTok, we have to do comedy.
You have to do comedy. Do rap. See, do rap on TikTok. Give us bars on TikTok. TikTok allows 3 minutes videos. Do it on there. Start from there.
Well, anyway, the bars on this song by Crayon is something else. The video is also amazing. Let's see how well the song did when we check out the song trivia coming up next.
Really?
Sports Direct is that we need to play sports.
Honestly, because back-to-back Sports Direct just reminds us how much we don't have.
Everything. Well, there's one good story that doesn't have to do with money. It's about diversity. A football player who's actually also a pretty dope DJ and says.
till 10 a.m. and we need you to be part of the show. So what you have to do is please jump on our social media platforms, okay? Either on +89.9 FM, that's +899 FM on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or you can do same 3 Music on Facebook or 3 Music Networks on Twitter and Instagram. Hey, KiDi is our main guest this morning, guys. So if you have questions for him, shoot it to us, and we promise we will definitely shoot it back to him. And I'm very sure they're going to come out with the tweets and questions about it. He says he's sorry. It was just a kid. All right, more to come on the show. Don't go away. And Starter Pack is up next. Let's get you inspired with these lyrics on your screens.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They love them. They love them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see KiDi and everyone else.
And he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey, hey, hey. So follow me, sweet little ginger. Hey, okay, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you know a traveler, the respect who the hustler. Far away, just a qualala. Back again for me coming, I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me, I know. Remember you know a traveler, the respect who the hustler. Far away, just a qualala. Back again for me coming, I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me, I know.
This is my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go to be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I'm there with you. Love to you guys so much. Love you.
I'm so grateful. God bless you.
Keep making the gospel proud. The gospel has so much for Ghana. Thank you.
Congrats to everyone who's been up on the stage and everyone who's been nominated.
Who is going to win the Artist of the Year?
Your baby. Everybody say I demand, but I don't mind. I'm gonna dance for you, my baby. Shake for you, my baby. Wine for you, my baby. Hey, yeah, you all the time. Dance for you, my baby.
I think it seems like a celebration, but this is a motivation for me to come back stronger. Younger KiDi.
With you, but you know they get enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I get it easy, why I can't let. See, but you never lose to you. Hey man, them so fat. Oh, can you never lose to you? Listen man, them so fat to find your love.
This award goes to my team. I appreciate you guys so much. It's imperative to me that I give and dedicate this award to my team. Shouts to you, man. Love.
For so long, you know how to do the dance, let's go. My head. I know feet. I believe I play the
one be for my mommy. It be for my puppy. This be for everyone. This be for Konogu Songo. I love you guys so much. One time.
Everybody say yo. Say yo. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say puff puff pass my Mary Jane.
For the second time running, KiDi wins the Artist of the Year for 3 Music Awards 2022.
Somebody will be there for you, and when the world is coming at you, somebody will be there for you, and when you finally find an angel who's gonna take you through it, to make you know one thing for sure, everything happens for a reason. Yeah, Feeling Lonely is a beautiful masterpiece that I wrote for all those feeling lonely, because it gets to a point in time that you feel you're all alone by yourself, but you should always know there's somebody that will be there for you, and somebody that's actually meant to be there for you. Just believe, because you're not lonely, you know. Definitely there's the Almighty Supreme God that's there for you, and you're gonna meet that right person that will make you feel like you're not alone.
Can't wait to have him join us on our Fridays, you know, and do the jam with us in the studio as well. It will be an epic performance.
It will be.
Knowing Stonebwoy.
And then he'll do his song with Cyril. They have a song together.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it on the album?
Yeah, it is.
The Business Suits
on the EP,
album?
yeah, it is.
Title, I mean, the EP title again is
Business Suits and Dress Shoes.
Business Suits and Dress Shoes.
I'm even surprised how my promoter is working hard today. Like,
Run me my cash,
today you are big.
Hey,
Today you are big. Allow cash out. Cash out is allowed.
Jump on any of the digital stores and go and check out Business Suits and Dress Shoes.
Dress shoes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dress Shoes.
It's
Go
a
there. Let's
mouthful,
stream
yes,
it. Let's
but
stream
yeah.
it. Yeah. Well, let's stream it. Well, that's from Serial. I mean, I can't wait to go and check it out. Yeah, you know, like when it comes to Serial and rap, yo, like you guys, you have no
Kill
idea.
out the game.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
Anyway, it's all good though. You're still watching Culture Daily, and we still have more to come on the show. And like, hey, I can't wait to hear. Did you hear that Kabilame has been signed by some Ugandans?
Yes.
You know, it's been signed by Qatar Bank.
It's Qatar Bank.
As the ambassador for the 2022. He has literally gone to the vault end.
He's broken
He went to the
it.
vault end.
And I'm like,
He's
how?
like,
wait, say it again.
Qatar Bank.
Qatar Bank.
Kabi guy.
Kabi guy, silent guy, Mr. Beam on steroids.
That guy who does this has just been signed as a brand ambassador.
As a lead.
As a lead brand ambassador
by Qatar
by
Bank.
Qatar. The country hosting the World Bank,
Yes.
the World Cup.
The
One
oil
of the
country.
richest banks.
The
It's
rich
an oil-backed
country.
bank.
One of the richest banks in the world has signed him as a brand ambassador. Oh,
Yes.
I'm going home.
Should I help you
on
pack
that
your
note-
things?
On that note, I've just retired. I officially declare.
You won't tell jokes on TV again.
Like on television. I've retired. Hi.
Yes.
After I've been talking for 20 years.
And him without saying a
Yes, I know
word.
say anything.
See,
I don't even remember
it
what
has
his
to be
voice
some
sounds
type
like.
of grace.
There's a video of him speaking Spanish or something, or
Yeah.
Italian
Yeah.
somewhere, but I don't even remember. Like,
Yeah. Because he's just Mr. Silent. He never says anything. Charlie
this is the
Chaplin.
second person in my
Charlie
lifetime I've seen
Chaplin,
do
I'm
this.
telling you.
Okay, third now. There's Charlie Chaplin.
There's Charlie Chaplin, there's Mr. Bean, and then there's him.
Now.
Yeah.
So it tells you humor has nothing to do with words.
Okay, Jay has stopped talking. And Cyril has joined him.
The money's not going to come, bro. Let's talk and go.
Hey, well, Lenny's got more for us on Unpacking coming up next as well. Sit back, relax, and if you're doing the listening on radio, just keep it locked on Plus 89.9 FM. Don't go away.
in between music royalty right now. The Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They love them. They love them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see?
Say what?
Are you safe in Nigeria?
Dude, I'm Super Mega. I'm safe everywhere in the world, bro. What you talking about? Am I safe? What kind of question is that? Bro, we're not...
Okay, now, you know that artists do a lot of collaborations. One artist who has had collaborations with Burna Boy is AKA. Now, he's come out to say that as an artist, you don't need a friendship with somebody before you collaborate. He said this in an interview. Now, they've had some back and forth on Twitter in months past, and so maybe this is coming from there. Maybe when they did the collab, they were friends, you know. Maybe there are some emotions involved in this particular interview, but let's go watch this.
Are you safe in Nigeria?
Say what?
Are you safe in Nigeria?
Dude, I'm Super Mega. I'm safe everywhere in the world, bro. What you talking about? Am I safe? What kind of question is that?
Bro, when was the last time you spoke to Burna Boy?
Oh, man, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, yeah.
Was the vibe a bit different from...
Oh, yeah, man, you know, it was just like, all right, whatever, man, boom, 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 whatever, do what you gotta do, da, da, da. But I'm very happy to you know, it was never about anything personal. I just don't like people talking shit about my country. Is that
Public
simple?
protector.
Is that simple? You know, I mean, people were talking about there's a genocide in South Africa, about Tiwa Savage, and people talking about they killing our people. It was bullshit. It was cap. So, you know, if I have to take that on my back and people crucify me for it, then f it.
But whatever. But you know, I've always been curious. Was your relationship dope before that Twitter conversation?
I mean, we hadn't spoken a bit before that either, but you know, this thing of like artists have to be like best friends is very weird to me. I mean, we don't have to be besties. So, I mean, congratulations, wish him all the best. Grammy winner, amazing. Love his music. That's cool, man. I'm just a fan of Burna Boy. I might not be fan of him right now. At least I can still be a fan. It's cool. It's no problem.
I guess that's a question because of how tight the relation was.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time where, but you know, are you tight with the same people you were tight with 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago? All right, well then.
Okay, so a quick backstory with this will be when, you know, there were some xenophobic attacks happening in South Africa. So some Nigerian celebrities, you know, came out to voice out and then speak their mind, right? And then one such person who was being insensitive in relation to these xenophobic attacks is AKA. And so Burna Boy, you know, had to speak directly to him. And they had this banter on Twitter. So this is off the back of that. Well, it's rather unfortunate, but let's see if they are able to settle things. You know how human relations, you know, sometimes emotions peak and then misunderstandings come up and all of that, I beg your pardon. And so, yes, let's see how that goes. Well, he still mentions that he is a fan of Burna Boy. So hopefully sometime later in life, they're able to patch things up. Now, moving on to my next story, you know that as creatives, well, if you don't know, I'm telling you, well, as creatives, we have the creative block. There are so many times in your life where, you know, you're not motivated to do whatever you're doing, whether you're an artist, whether you're an artiste, whether you are just a content creator, influencer, you know, all of these things. One such person who has had a creative block for 8 years is KiDi, and he came out to talk about this. There's a video to this.
That's right. I want to talk to you about being an artist, man, because I feel like regardless of how big of a mogul you are, you're always in artist mode. Does that artist hunger ever leave you?
Yeah, I would say I lost my artist for like 8 years, and like the last 2 years, I really started to get it back. When I say I lost my artist, that's the artist, the creativity in me. So that's why I'm at a highly creative zone. I want to send a shout out to all of the seasoned executives and seasoned creatives. I'm always looking for new creatives, but I am trying to poach people from, you know, some of the top companies that know the information that we need to know to be able to not just compete, but to dominate, you know?
Was it because the liquor did so well, you pivoted? Because at one time it was all about Ciroc and all about De Leon, and it was less about Diddy the artist.
Yeah, the money had got to me, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't really inspired. And so, like, yeah, I was really down a road of understanding, you know, like high level corporate business at a whole nother level. And so it was like a time for me to learn more, but I was empty, you know what I'm saying? I was empty, I felt lost, my frequency was down, and because I wasn't creating. And so I'm here to create, and sometimes you have to go and touch the money and touch it, to realize, that's not what I'm here to do, you know what I'm saying? So artistically, you know, I'm back all the way, you know what I'm saying, as far as my thoughts, and now even the resources. I used to just have picket signs. Now I got, you know, technology. So, you know, I'm just trying to make the highest art that I can. And yeah, I'm very excited for Sean John to be back and for me to be starting that project.
We need the black velours. The black velours need that.
I still have mine. Diddy's creative block was due to, quoting him, "The money got to me." Imagine not being able to create because you have so much money, on the other hand, because you're doing so many other things. I'm sure some creatives will be excited if that is the case, because on the opposite side, other people just have a creative block and are unable to do anything, whether in relation to their brands or their businesses, right? Now you can get interactive with us. Let us know, do you experience a creative block? Have you ever experienced a creative block? Get interactive with us on our socials. Find us on Instagram and Twitter at 3 Music Networks. On Facebook is 3 Music. On Snapchat is 3 Music Live. And on TikTok, 3 Music Lifestyle. As well as Plus 899 FM on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and Twitter. Yeah, let me just add that as well. All right, so this wraps it up for me on Unpacking for today. Next week, we are back. Now, it's the weekend, and so with everything that's going to be happening over the weekend from today, Saturday, and Sunday, we are bringing it to you right here on Monday on Unpacking. C&J, over to you guys.
Well, thank you very much, Lenny. Looking amazing this morning and spot on.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, I think, you know, I've also made too much money. My creative juices aren't flowing anymore. And I think that's the reason why, you know, like, you know, Cyril, like...
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because my juices are flowing.
Yeah, you made so much money. You made so much money and you're saying you want to...
Well,
rethink your
yeah, like, you know, sometimes
career.
No, but sometimes it happens, like, for real, you know,
it
where
does.
you start losing focus on some of the core things that made you who you really were. So for example, I did lose my creative beat making abilities because I started making some money in the world of voiceovers. So I kind of let it go. You know, I cannot compare it to a $200 million check that you know Diddy was bagging. But you know, for my level and the level that I am in, you know, I think I just got myself a bit off focus with making beats, you know, and rapping as well.
We're all guilty of that.
Is that a possibility for you? Is that a possibility for you to get back into beat making and rapping?
If he leaves his comfort zone.
Yes. And I've been wanting to sit back behind my Fruity Loops again, but I think I stopped at version 5 point something. I didn't
What's
know
stopping you? YouTube is a teacher.
Yeah, I know I can get back into the art of making beats.
So is this a challenge?
Because sometimes I hear some beats, you know, and I'm like, I think I can do better.
When are we going to profile your beats? Next week?
Oh, well, I lost the hard drive.
I'll buy you one. On me, I'll buy.
No, but for real, Jay, I think you both should get back into doing things that you love to do, because in today's day and time, listen, music is paying. You can still,
Lenny,
just sit back and do the music and put it out.
It's
different when the thing that's keeping you away is rewarding. In the words of Bane from Batman, right? He said, victory has defeated you. Sometimes when you're successful somewhere else, it makes it very limited and very hard for you to be the ones that keep pushing on a creative tangent. Because the end goal is comfort, being able to provide, and being able to have access to money. So if I'm getting that in door A, why do I need to close door A and go into door B?
Okay.
You know, and I get that personally a lot because even as I'm here, a lot of people come under my post and like, when are we hearing music? Charlie, you show rap, blah, blah, blah. But bro, nothing sweet past client pay on your invoice. You bab.
Yeah, which totally
if you're
makes
getting that
sense.
steady,
Which
it's
totally
up to
makes
you.
sense. So does that go to say that what Shatta Wale said is true? Because Shatta Wale mentioned that everybody on TV is a disappointed rapper. The male
I don't
TV
think everything
presenters
Shatta Wale
is a
says is taken
disappointed
seriously.
rapper.
We all know this.
No, but with the two of you, is that the case?
I don't know. Maybe when we have him here, he can say it to my face.
He should say, hey, you say it with his full chest to your face.
Then we'll take it seriously. But off another program, I'm sure he was just doing it.
Charles
as Shatta Wale does.
Ama Mensah. Yo, man. I mean, like, you know, we've got history, man. We've got history. Like, yeah. Like, I remember we used to, back in the day, like, this is like probably, I'm talking like 2000.
Don't do a
Jay
mention
has
age
been
again,
around,
bro.
though.
2001, thereabout. We used to record in the studio back in.
So you are talking about Bandana?
Like when you were 30. When you were 30.
Yeah, we used to record it back in the time, like me.
On your 30th
him.
birthday?
So I remember him, Trigmatic, and myself. We have a song titled "Hero." Besides every hero.
What happened to the song, Jay?
He said,
what happened to the
It's a
song?
massive hit in our rooms, man. It's a massive hit.
Room FM.
But I remember that day very well. That when Bandana came to the studio that day, I mean, like I realized he's good. I tell you, the guy is good. Like he's a very good artist. You know, he quickly did his bars so quickly, and you could feel some music in there. You know, as we all evolve, I think sometimes commercialism comes in play. So you just want to do easy music to let it flow, and you know, and trends come about as well. But when it comes to music, he's got music in him. You know, so shouts going out to Charles.
And I think that's what's you know, taking him time to release his GOG album, because we started hearing of this GOG album months ago and it's still not out. I think he wants to, you know, finesse it and then make it an album that he hasn't released in a while.
He doesn't want to finesse it.
Depending on what he's trying to put out, it could either be it's just undue delay or he's really chewing over it to give us something dope. So
knowing him, this is the strategy for the album.
Okay.
GOG is not an album.
Okay.
It's not an album.
What do you think it is?
It's an experience.
It's an experience.
Hey.
Oh,
I'm telling you. Like, you guys don't know. You guys don't know.
Right.
You don't know the guy that you are dealing with.
We don't know him. We don't know him from
It's an
back in the
experience.
day.
But he should release it. He should release it.
Do you know that as we speak, he's the first artist to have announced an album that has taken long in coming? Do you get it?
No. If Ifya holds that crown. My girl, Ifya holds that crown.
No, so
Ifya announced the album and we waited a
So
while
you're
for it.
basically going through the album. The album is an experience of Shatta Wale, and you're experiencing it. It is not. It is
with the
not
rhymes and the
it's not a
bands
song.
and everything.
It's not a song you are listening to. You are experiencing him.
Well,
me.
for me, I await that album as well. So
You are not.
I await review.
The album is out. You are experiencing it.
that's his life.
You are experiencing it. The album is an experience.
Okay, all right. But anyway, this wraps it up for me on Unpacking, guys. Thank you.
All right, Lenny, thank you very, very much. Anyway, I'm not a PR spokesperson for the Shut Up movement, but hey, yes, we'll say what we know as well. There's more to come on the show. We're going to jump into the sports, the demoralizing sports stories that will make you cry and ask yourself, did I really choose this career? Well, anyway, when you come back as a you know, when you get reincarnated and you come back, please come as a sportsman.
Yes, but not in Ghana. Just...
Serial is up next. Hey, don't go away. This is Culture Daily. Don't.
standing in between music royalty right now. The Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They loved them. They loved them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
What's good, people? It's your boy C-Real, Culture Daily, giving you that Sports Direct. Now, today we're going into the football world and a little bit into the basketball world. Now, starting off, the Man City midfielder himself, Jack Grealish, is saying that if he wasn't on the pitch scoring goals, he'd be in the DJ winning hearts and driving the party. Now, this is a big statement, especially from somebody who's expected to perform amazingly on the football pitch. He keeps telling us that his heart is in the nightlife and in the music scene. Now, he's been DJing off-season in Spain and in other parts of the European nation. He's been doing this and pushing the agenda of music while also being a reputable football star. Now, he had a lot to say, and there's some videos for us to catch up on and see exactly how he manages to juggle the ball and the LPs while he's spinning in these clubs. Let's go to our insert and see what Jack Grealish does when he's not kicking balls on the turf.
Mate, do you know what? You know me, actually. I like every type of music. I'm actually trying to learn to DJ at the moment. But
Jack Grealish, the DJ, yeah?
Yeah, DJ Greelo.
DJ, is that the name?
Nah, I don't know what the name is, mate, to be honest.
How good are you at DJing? Because I tried and I'm horrendous. I give up after the gathering dust now.
I'm awful, but, you know, everything takes time, don't it? I'm trying to learn Spanish as well.
Spanish and a Brummy accent?
Spanish
Are we
and a
sure?
Brummy accent, yeah. But I just want, like, do you know what it is? I want to try and learn some stuff outside of football and have, like, I don't know, just have a hobby and stuff, because I watch a few stuff on TV, but when I thought about it, I was like, I don't actually do a lot of stuff outside of football, yeah.
And football.
So I want to learn to, like, do some stuff, and, you know, people say DJing, once you get the hang of it, obviously it takes a lot of time, but, you know, it's something that you can really enjoy, so.
Isn't that heartwarming to see somebody who's already got money, got success, still looking to learn and diversify and be more? That's a big thumbs up to Jack Grealish there for wanting to go beyond his comfort zones and extend his creativity. Now, talking about creativity, the man Anthony has just come into some new real estate with a £2.9 million purchase of Paul Pogba's former estate. Now, earlier on Sport Direct, we gave you the 411 on Paul Pogba moving to Europe, taking his beautiful fleet of cars and everything, including what looked like an ice chest. We had a good laugh about that. Well, it seems he didn't take everything from the house, because there's still quite a lot of his personal branding, decor, and touch in the residence that has just been acquired by Manchester United star Anthony, including a customized pool table that has double P's in the center of it. Now, Anthony had something to say about that. Let's cut into that video. The video's in Spanish, so for those of you listening in on radio, I'm going to be telling you how it's going down. Let's get into that.
Anthony, senhor tá de casa nova na Inglaterra. É. Só que essa casa aqui tinha dono, né, antes.
Tinha, mas vou precisar trocar isso aqui. Esse PP aí do...
Era a casa de quem?
Now we have a gold-clad pool table with Paul Pogba's initials right in the middle of it. Black velvet, very luxurious looking, huge flat screen with marble walls in the background. This is like any real estate in Ghana on steroids. Now you can see a beautiful plush garden in the background. This is not just a residence or a bungalow, it's an estate. And of course, the Manchester United jerseys are there in the background. And this is the residence that was acquired by Anthony for £2.9 million. And I know Jay is trembling in his seat right now as I'm saying all this. My feet are shaking because £2.9 million is not a small check to write. But Pogba had his own touch, and it's a beautiful pool table. And I wonder what Anthony is going to do once he gets into the residence. Now, it's assumed that he's going to take it from PP, which is Paul Pogba, to AA, which is his initials. And I don't know if he's going to change the velvet and gold mix, but I love what I'm seeing here. And if you could see it as well on radio, trust me, you'd be thumbs up for this. Now, that's it from Anthony and the real estate decision. We're moving in to basketball. Now, the man LeBron James is saying that, look, he would want to have his own NBA team somewhere in Vegas when he's done. Now, you can't be a sportsman all your life. We've seen greats like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Roy Keane, Ryan Giggs, Beckham play and give their best. But what happens when you are off the field? You need to reinvest. Now, LeBron James just recently became a billionaire. Remember, Jay-Z told you about that. Well, he's looking to diversify his billionaire holdings by investing in a team somewhere out there in Vegas so that even when he's not hooping, even when he's not setting records and trying to break his own records, he'll still be on the touchline, driving basketball and doing what he loves best. Let's get into that, and then we'll get back to the reaction that the ESPN host had to say about that vision.
Would love to bring a team here at some point. That would be amazing. And I know Adam is in Abu Dhabi right now, I believe. That's where they're at right now? Yeah, with the Bucks and Atlanta. So, but he probably sees every single interview and transcript that comes through from NBA players. So I want the team here, Adam. Thank you.
Okay, Stephen A., your reaction.
I don't mind. I agree with LeBron James. I want a city in Vegas, too. Obviously, many people have long had a desire to have a team in Vegas, but things were marred during 2007 All-Star Weekend when, it was back in 2007, it was 15 years ago, but 4 shootings, 403 arrests over All-Star Weekends really turned the community in Vegas off because people were complaining about the element that had arrived in town and how people were conducting themselves. I'd like to believe that the world has changed, that people are growing up, they understand what comes with this, and the fact that they already have an NFL team in town is a big, big plus. What a lot of people need to understand, however, is that a 16, 17 game season where about 8 or 9 of your games are at your home locale is entirely different than an NBA team that has 41 games per night. But considering the fact that summer leagues have taken place in Vegas for quite some time, and that there's an element in Vegas in Sin City that absolutely loves the NBA and has ingratiated itself with the NBA brand, I think LeBron James is making the case for it. And I'd love to see LeBron James be a majority owner of a franchise like that, because the man is about business, not just his business. He's about business. And if you're the NBA, that's something that you're paying attention to. This is not 2007. This is 2022. You got the right owner. You got the money behind it. With the NFL already there, I think the time has arrived for the NBA to have a team in Las Vegas, Nevada.
He's a man about the business. I love that. And let me take this opportunity to wish Ridge City Football Club all the best in the upcoming Sunday match that kicks off the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. That's my football club, and we are going to win it. And just like LeBron James is trying to establish, this is what we're going to be doing. Now, Jay, Lenny, from diversifying to owning teams to £2.9 million homes. I don't know, man. Which one is touching your heart? Because that pool table alone looks like it could fetch me a nice Mercedes. What are your thoughts? Let me get your comments, definitely.
Jack Grealish is touching my heart.
Well, Lenny's been going on Google, checking out his age, and very interested.
She's going to leave us, isn't she?
Yeah, she wants. She's left us already. You know, she's left us.
Wait,
you know,
no, he's such a fine man, though.
Is it?
He is.
What have I been doing here?
To Google his age.
You like the accent? You like the accent,
right?
yeah?
But there is no way when I tell Jack Grealish he's a fine man, he's going to hear it. You both know you are fine men. You all are vampires. So I went to Google his age, and then he's 27. I'm like, I don't like men I'm older than, so we just keep it at that.
You don't want to rob the cradle, eh?
Jay said, well, his money is older than me, but we'll consider. We'll see how that goes.
Jay Foley, you should have played football. £2.9 million.
No, I mean, but I don't regret it, you know, because my bank balance is looking really good as we speak. Yeah, it's really looking
Are you
good.
sure?
Yeah, I plan on getting me myself, you know, the latest. I think 2024 Mercedes is not out yet, but we put the bookings in.
What about the watch you bought for your bodyguard?
I bought him Casio, the old one. He's rocking his old 1992 Casio.
Disco watch.
That's funny. That's actually funny.
Disco. Yeah, you know, when we're kids, like if your watch could go underwater for a few seconds, like you're
the dawn.
Like
the dawn.
Water-resistant watch in 1992. Yo,
yeah, the boss.
Hey, Jay keeps putting the birth certificate on live TV.
In 1992.
Bro, I can't help you again. I can't help you again.
Well, anyway, it's all good. It's all good though, you know. But we're still keeping it, you know, low key. Yeah, we did. Don't worry. The day where we would attend the news where you could talk about me on Sports Direct.
On Sports Direct, I would love to.
Man, bro.
I would love to talk about Jay Foley and his sports investment on Sports Direct. Definitely.
Anyway. Well, Cyril, thank you so much, giving us Sports Direct for this week, Monday to Friday. So catch it on here, right here on 3 Music and on Plus 89.9 FM as well. There is more to come on the show. Lord KiDi is in the building. Yeah. Well, keep your questions coming in. If you've got questions, please shoot it to us via our social media platforms, 3 Music Network on Twitter and Instagram, if you can hit us on there. And if you like, and jump on Facebook, catch the live stream on Facebook as well. It's 3 Music. You can't afford to miss it. And lock down with us on Plus 89.9 FM, because what is coming up next, you will love it. But before we jump into that performance by KiDi and the conversation in our Studio 899, well, Lenny's got some news for us on our Trending Live. Sit back, relax, and switch into Gear 5.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They love them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo, I'd love to see KiDi and everyone else.
Hey, he said 6, that's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but what is sweeter?
Hey. Someone on me, sweet little ginger. Hey. Oh, girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you know a traveler, the name is like who the hustler. Far away, just a Kuala. Back again, where we coming, I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back, I know you miss me, I know. Remember you know a traveler, the name is like who the hustler. Far away, just a Kuala. Back again, where we coming, I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go feel be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I dare with you. Love to you guys so much. I love you.
You're welcome to Trending Live. Now, what's been trending on Fridays? We have Facebook Fridays, and so we are bringing you 2 stories today that have been trending on Facebook. So, Wendy Shay, let's watch this video. Now, this isn't something that would happen in Ghana. You can't go and be sitting in the middle of the street and then enjoying yourself, having dinner, having a drink all by yourself. And one thing that beats my mind is everybody was minding their business. There's nobody coming to say, Madam, you can't sit here. Madam, you have to stand up. Madam, this or Madam that. Everybody is minding their business. Let's watch this video. Okay, so with this video, let me just explain it. She's seated in the middle of the road, dinner style, and people are just walking past her like nobody. See, listen, just one person just turned to look at her and smile because I admire her courage. Now, I mentioned earlier how I think Wendy Shay is on some tangent that blows my mind, but she seems not to mind about anything, what anybody has to say or what anybody has to do. She's just on her level now. Now, there are some comments coming in from this video, and I'm going to read that. Hyphen Lake says, broken heart is something new. It make you sit in the middle of the road eating. My sister, take heart. Why? Now, I'm sure this is coming off the back of the fact that, you know, Wendy Shay, her last 2 releases have been really, you know, broken heart related, right? And so, yeah, that's why this is coming out. Dinah Mensah says, Wendy, if you want to live long, never and last long in music, never be addicted to drugs. Wow. As a real musician, never allow your manager or anybody to advise you to take drugs or alcohol before going on stage. Okay, so this is an advice for Wendy from Dinah Mensah. Raymond says, I love the way people are actually minding their business, which I've mentioned because, listen, this cannot happen in Ghana like I earlier said. Ebony says, I wanted to be the first to comment, but due to high rate of unemployment, it seems like people sleep here. That's because by the time a person commented, there were so many people commenting as well. And Lockdown says, Wendy, you do all. Tiny Antoine says, that energy, the entire video is a vibe, which I agree to because you cannot do that. Now, this person is Chochi Tembo says, my favorite woman artiste, and then interrupts and says, come to Ghana and do this. The hungry guys will eat everything for you. But yes, this is a story on Wendy Shay, and well, let's see if when she comes to Ghana, she'll try and replicate this, okay? All right, now moving on to my next story, I'm going to be talking about Shatta Wale and his former manager, Bulldog. There's been this whole back and forth when it comes to these two. You never really know whether they have a good relationship or not, whether they have actually fallen out and they are keeping, you know, they're just fronting for the internet. So yesterday, Black Sherif released his The Villain I Never Was album, which is doing so well already, right? When I checked yesterday, it had hit over 70 million streams on some DSPs. Okay, so now Bulldog goes on an interview and then goes to say that this The Villain You Never Was album is going to do so well, is going to do better than Shatta Wale's yet to be released album as well as Sarkodie's as well. Now hold on, he went ahead to elaborate on the reasoning behind this, right? And to me, I think he explained it well. Now, he said that Black Sherif is signed to a label who will go strong behind him with resources. And that won't happen when we are comparing that album to Sarkodie and Shatta, because they do not have that strong financial backing, right? You know that no matter what it is as an artist, if you can still finance your project, it won't be as much, or the push won't be as global as a label doing it for you, right? So this is his reasoning behind it. Now, in typical Shatta Wale style, he just goes on to Facebook, takes to one of his Facebook pages and jabs Bulldog. Jabs him so hard. So I'm going to read this comment from Shatta Wale on Facebook. And he said, if Black Hole's album will do better than us, we like and we hear. At the end of the day, Ghana wins, right? And then he dropped an insult in there and said, all be money matter. You two find something to do and stop that nonsense. Make money in your own way. SM for life. But this is exactly the explanation Bulldog gave. It be money matter. Like, I really don't know. But Shatta Wale, one way or the other, just, gets himself into the news. One way or the other, like I already said. But listen, guys, is this true or not? Do you think that Shatta will be able to push his GOG album to do well? I earlier mentioned in Unpacking that we've been waiting on this album for months. And so, yes, at this point, he should just release it and put us all to shame. Push it to that extent, global, and put everybody to shame, including Bulldog. Then we'll regret whatever Bulldog said. But to me, I think that whatever Bulldog said, citing money as an example, is the same thing Shatta Wale reiterated in his comments on Facebook, because he also mentioned money. Okay? All right. So this rounds it up for me on Facebook Fridays, which is our Trending Live. For Trending Live, throughout the week, we look at different social media channels where we bring you stories. So on Monday, we pick from all the social media channels. On Tuesday is our Twitter Tuesdays. Wednesday, we do Instagram Wednesdays. On Thursday is TikTok Thursdays. And then on Friday, we do Facebook Fridays. All right, so yesterday I talked about Tidal Wave, and today I'm going to be talking about it as well. Now we are partnering on Tidal Wave, which is really exciting to me. It's happening next week Saturday at Kokobite. Are you going to be there? You should be there, because it's going to be jam-packed. Unless you are Jay or Cyril's age that you don't want to be there, okay? All right, so yesterday they announced Sarkodie. Now, throughout the week, they've announced, so today is Friday, they're going to announce their 5th artist. So they announced Black Sherif, Joey B, R2Bs, and then Sarkodie as at yesterday. So today we await on the artists they're going to announce. And I know that with these A-list artists, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be such a performance at Tidal Wave come the 15th of October, right? Now, we are partnering with them, like I said, and we are making sure that whatever is happening on ground, we are going to bring it onto you on TV. That's if you are unable to be there. Now, we are going to cover everything from the live performances, the backstage, the engagement, the games, everything. Just think about it. Now, our Culture Squad are going to be there as well, and there's a really, really nice surprise element in there. We are switching things up a bit for you in relation to, who is going to be hosting and presenting at Tidal Wave. So, yes, now you can keep it low. You can also check our socials or their socials as well for the short code for reservation. All right. Okay. So Jay and Cyril. Cyril, are you there?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. All right.
We are swimming. we are going to swim. we're going to chill big time at Tidal Rave. Like, you just watch out for Cyril and Jay.
Cyril and Jay at Tidal Rave. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see how the two of you will,
we're coming
mingle.
In swim trunks, so we're going to need security. Trust me, we're going to need security.
Touch us.
I'm looking forward to seeing you two there.
Yeah, people want to touch us. Like, we'll be the loudest people at the place, most colorful people at the place.
Okay.
So just watch out, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll remind you that day. I will remind you that day. If you come and you just sit in the corner, I will remind you of what you said.
No corner. Front and center.
You know what? Well, Lenny, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks, you.
On our Trending Live. So, some time back, right? I mean, when Aphrodisia nightclub opened fresh in Kumasi, I don't know why I should even be saying this out loud.
2014.
Oh yeah, 2014. I told you, right, Charlie? 2 bottles of Moe in my hand and the microphone. I don't know whether I had a third hand holding the microphone, bro. Charlie,
too much fun.
Lit. We're lit, but it's all finished. Oh yeah, we did, Charlie. So watch out for us at Tidal Rave. Like, we're coming in grand style, grand style. It's all good though. But anyways, well, guess what? Like I said, KiDi will be performing live in the studios in a couple of minutes. You can't afford to miss this performance, as well as our conversation live in the studios as well. Like, I've seen so many tattoos on him. I want to ask what each one means. Charlie, when did they drop the tattoo?
I'll just think about them.
You're asking me fresh for that side.
I did do the shea butter, so I won't get the color right before.
Charlie,
I'll make chocolate.
So the tattoos, basically, the pin goes to just...
Yeah, it's like a pen. It's like they're sewing.
Man, I want to ask KiDi how he got all that on the skin, man. I can't wait for that conversation. Well, you can't miss this one right here in the studios. He's performing songs off his brand new EP as well. You can't afford to miss this. Sit back, relax. There's so much more lined up on the show right here on Culture Daily.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clown Mania. Make some noise. They loved them. They loved them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see KiDi and everyone else.
He said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been, though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugar cane sweet, but what is sweet?
Hey, hey, hey. So follow me, sweet little ginger. Hey, oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you know what trouble out. They respect who the hustler. Far away, just one lot. Back again, where we coming now. I swear on my life, I can't wait to depart. I know you miss me, I know. Remember you know what trouble out. They respect who the hustler. Far away, just one lot. Back again, where we coming now. I swear on my life, I can't wait to depart. I know you miss me, I know.
This is my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go to be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I'm there with you. Love to you guys so much. A long way.
I'm so grateful. God bless you.
Keep making the gospel proud. The gospel has so much for Ghana. Thank you.
Congrats to everyone who's been up on the stage and everyone who's been nominated.
Who is going to win the Artist of the Year?
Your baby. Everybody say I demand, but I don't mind. I'm gonna dance for you, my baby. Shake for you, my baby. Wine for you, my baby. Hey, me and you all the time. Dance for you, my baby.
I think it seems like a celebration, but this is a motivation for me to come back stronger. Younger K.
With you, but you know they get enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I get it easy, why I can't let. See, you never lose to you. Hey man, them so fat. Oh, can you never lose to you? Listen man, them so fat to find your love.
This award goes to my team. I appreciate you guys so much. It's imperative to me that I give and dedicate this award to my team. Shouts to you, man. Love.
May I live on the mountain waiting for so long. Do you know how to do the dance? Let's go. My head.
This one be for my mommy. It be for my puppy. This be for everyone. This be for Konogu Zongo. I love you guys so much. One time.
Everybody say yo. Say yo. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say puff, puff, pass. My Mary Jane.
For the second time running, KiDi wins the Artist of the Year for 3 Music Awards 2022.
Shouts to every artist in this category. Shouts to you, Blacko. Love to you, my brother. Shouts to my team. Shouts to the fans. Charlie. Shouts to the DJ. Shouts to my family, my mom, Mambi. I know you're watching. Thanks to you, Ghana. I appreciate you so much. More music coming. I love you guys so much, man.
So allow me. Oh, allow me. Oh, allow me. This problem not the
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They loved them. They loved them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Akwabo. I'd love to see KiDi and everyone else.
And he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey, hey, hey. So follow me, sweet little ginger. Hey, oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you know what trouble out. They was like who the hustler. Far away, just a problem out. Back again for me coming now. I swear on my life, I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me. I know. Remember you know what trouble out. They was like who the hustler. Far away, just a problem out. Back again for me coming now. I swear on my life, I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me. I know.
This is my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go to be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I'm there with you. Love to you guys so much. Love you.
I'm so grateful. God bless you.
Keep making the gospel proud. The gospel has so much for Ghana. Thank you.
Congrats to everyone who's been up on the stage and everyone who's been nominated.
Who is going to win the Artist of the Year?
Your baby, your baby. Everybody say I demand, but I don't mind. I'm gonna dance for you, my baby. Shake for you, my baby. Wine for you, my baby. Hey, yeah, you all the time.
think it seems like a celebration, but this is a motivation for me to come back stronger. Younger KiDi.
With you, but you know they getting no time for me. I wanna live with you. I get it easy why I can't let. See, can you never lose to you? Hey man, them so fat. Oh, can you never lose to you? Listen man, them so fat to find your love.
This award goes to my team. I appreciate you guys so much. It's imperative to me that I give and dedicate this award to my team. Shouts to you, man. Love.
May I live on the mountain waiting for so long. Do you know how to do the dance? Let's go. My head. I know feet. I believe I play defense.
This one be for my mommy, be for my puppy. This be for everyone. This be for Konogu Zongo. I love you guys so much. One time.
Everybody say yo, say yo, say sugar daddy, sugar daddy, say sugar daddy, sugar daddy, say sugar daddy, sugar daddy, say puff puff pass, my Mary Jane.
For the second time running, KiDi wins the Artist of the Year for 3 Music Awards 2022.
Shouts to every artist in this category. Shouts to you, Blacko. Love to you, my brother. Shouts to my team. Shouts to the fans. Charlie. Shouts to the DJ. Shouts to my family, my mom, Ambi. I know you're watching. Thanks to you, Ghana. I appreciate you so much. More music coming. I love you guys so much, man.
So allow me, oh allow me, oh allow me. The problem not the picture.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clown Man. Make some noise. They loved them. They loved them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Akwabo. I'd love to see KiDi and everyone else.
And he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been, though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey, hey, hey. So follow me, sweet nigga, ginger. Hey, okay, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you know a traveler, the name is like who the hustler. Far away, just a Kuala. Back again for me coming, I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me, I know. Remember you know a traveler, the name is like who the hustler. Far away, just a Kuala. Back again for me coming, I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me, I know.
This is my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You got to be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I'm there with you. Love to you guys so much. Love you.
so grateful. God bless you.
Keep making the gospel proud. The gospel has so much for Ghana. Thank you.
Congrats to everyone who's been up on the stage and everyone who's been nominated.
Who is going to win the Artist of the Year?
Your baby, your baby. Everybody say I demand, but I don't mind. I'm gonna dance for you, my baby. Shake for you, my baby. Wine for you, my baby. Hey, me and you all the time. Dance for you, my baby.
I think it seems like a celebration, but this is a motivation for me to come back stronger. Younger KiDi.
With you, but you know they getting out time for me. I wanna live with you. I get it easy why I can't let. See, can you never lose to you? Hey man, them so fat. Oh, can you never lose to you? It's a man, them so fat to find your love.
This award goes to my team. I appreciate you guys so much. It's imperative to me that I give and dedicate this award to my team. Shouts to you, man. Love.
May I live on the mountain waiting for so long. Do you know how to do the dance? Let's go. My head. I know feet. I believe I play defense.
This one be for my mommy, be for my puppy. This be for everyone. This be for Konogu Songo. I love you guys so much. One time.
Everybody say yo, say yo, say sugar daddy, sugar daddy, say sugar daddy, sugar daddy, say sugar daddy, sugar daddy, say puff puff pass my Mary Jane.
For the second time running, KiDi wins the Artist of the Year for 3 Music Awards 2022.
Shouts to every artist in this category. Shouts to you, Blacko. Love to you, my brother. Shouts to my team. Shouts to the fans. Charlie. Shouts to the DJ. Shouts to my family, my mom, Ambi. I know you're watching. Thanks to you, Ghana. I appreciate you so much. More music coming. I love you guys so much, man.
So I love me. Oh, I love me. Oh, I love me. It's problem not the picture.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They loved her. They loved her.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see KiDi and everyone else.
He said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been, though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugar cane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey, hey, hey. So follow me, sweet little ginger. Hey, okay, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you know what's up now. Be respectful to hustle now. Follow what takes
for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go to be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I'm there with you. Love to you guys so much. I love you.
I'm so grateful. God bless you.
Keep making the gospel proud. The gospel has so much for Ghana. Thank you.
Congrats to everyone who's been up on the stage and everyone who's been nominated.
Who is going to win the Artist of the Year?
Your baby, your baby. Everybody say I demand, but I don't mind. I'm gonna dance for you, my baby. Shake for you, my baby. Wine for you, my baby. Hey, me and you all the time. Dance for you, my baby.
I think it seems like a celebration, but this is a motivation for me to come back stronger. Younger K.
With you, but you know they get enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I got it easy, why I can't let. See, can you never lose to you? Hey, man, them so fat. Oh, can you never lose to you? It's a man, them so fat to find your love.
This award goes to my team. I appreciate you guys so much. It's imperative to
Give me no space, oh. Oh, na 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 na. I may be young, but I'm ready. So come give me that your body. You put the spell on me. You put the spell on I'm shy, but when I drink some liquor, I'm a bad, bad boy. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, why? Tell me why your booty fat so? I just young for your front, baby. I just young for your front. Habibi, my love. I need you to kiss me with your sugar lips, oh my freaky dicky girl. I need you to wind your waist, oh baby, calypso. See, oh you say you want the soft life, but is your booty soft too? Talk to me nice, oh no. Is your booty soft too? Baby, say what's the time? 6 o'clock. She give me new name, Mr. Clock. Clock me perfect, pussy got purr. One girl give me that ride, me chauffeur. Habibi, my love. I need you to kiss me with your sugar lips, oh my freaky dicky girl. I need you to wind your waist, oh baby, calypso. Sugar daddy, hey, baby. Oh no, baby. Anytime that you tell me that you want me, I be feeling like a zombie. I do wait, make you call my phone, make I sing to you all night. Yeah, my baby, yeah. This your love would they give me fever. This your love make my temperature go high. Baby, you for no, say you're the one, my darling. If you ever leave, oh, it's him I go do. Baby, you for no, say you're the one, my darling. If you ever leave, oh, it's him I go do. Wait him I go do. For your love I be here. You make me want to break my heart. Touch me and dance. Wait him I could do. For your love I be here. You make me want to break my rules. Touch me and I lose my cool. It's a foreplay season, so season, yeah. Baby, no.
Hey, the song is called Shakira. If you're ready.
I only need you when I'm breathing. You're my fire and desire. Oh, you make me come alive. fire. Baby, make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die, yo. Make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die, yo. Make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die, yo. Make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die, yo. C'était wa, c'était wa, c'était wa. Oh, oh, Shakira, your hips don't lie. You sexy and you know it. I love them nice. Oh, you know, say you bad, 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 bad. Would you be my lover, baby? Make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die. Make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die. Make you no leave me for this place. I go die, oh, make you no leave me for this place. I go die, oh. C'était wa, Jenny, c'était wa, Tori, c'était wa, Annie, c'était wa, Oni, c'était wa. Yeah, yeah, we are, you know we are. Check it, check it.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clowmania. Make some noise. They loved them. They loved them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see KiDi and everyone else.
Hey, he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been, though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey, hey, hey. So follow me, sweet little ginger. Hey, okay, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you love a traveler, the name is like who the hustler. Far away, just a Kuala. Back again, where we coming, I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me, I know. Remember you love a traveler.
Performance. I just loved what I just saw right now. Like, guys, like, yo, man, like, I don't know. Look, all-time favorite, man.
So
Big shouts to the man, KiDi.
Is that in reference to the song or the artist?
Well, the brand, yo, the brand. Hey, you're still watching 3 Music TV. We're live. You just watched a marvelous performance by KiDi, dropping hits back to back. And that final song, Champagne, off his brand new EP title.
Foreplay.
We have
Foreplay.
We have questions to ask.
It's 4 jams, right?
Yes. But I think that with this EP as well, it's a double entendre, if you ask me, because it's 4 songs, so okay, Foreplay. But I realize that all of the songs on this EP have a very, talking about women, talking about,
Seductive,
very intimate.
sensual.
Exactly. So we'd have to speak to him on that. But I think he did really good on this.
I think he sells himself well, with this whole brand on intimacy.
Sugar daddy.
Sex appeal.
Sugar daddy, sex appeal. There are lots of questions I want to ask him with regards to, the women and how he deals with that audience.
All that pressure.
Yeah, I was watching his performance in is it Amsterdam or something, and I could see the number of beautiful
girls
dying.
Amsterdamis
Amsterdamicians.
Amsterdamicians. You're like taking videos, and I'm like, yo, man, he's 27.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 72.
No, KiDi not 27.
I'm just comparing him to your guy.
Jack,
to my boo-boo.
Jack Leland.
My boo-bae.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't know whether footballer or musician, eh? You're not confused.
No, please. I'm even not even looking at the career aspect. I'm looking at, the physique, the features.
Yeah.
He's actually really fine. And I'm saying
so
it again.
KiDi and him, who's finer?
Oh, they are all fine.
Hey, KiDi and him, who's fine?
I said they are all
Mention
fine.
one. This is your blanket answer.
They are both
So
fine.
put them at number 1 and number 2.
They are both number 1 and number 2.
Hey,
you won't get
politician.
me. You won't
Lenny
get
for
me.
president.
Lenny for president. I know, right?
You won't get me.
Well, anyway, so KiDi just performed songs for us. I hope you just checked out that performance as well. Let's feel your presence as well. Let us know you're watching 3 Music TV. Let me say good morning, good out to you, Martha Teresa, aka Tessie, like stubborn girl. Shouts going out to you and any person who's doing the watching right now as well. But right about now, I want to welcome the man KiDi live in the studio 899, and like we say on Culture Daily,
Joe for the foreplay.
Yeah, he's live on your screens right now, watching amateur videos right now as he walks into the studio.
The man himself.
The man himself, rolling with the Amsterdamis.
Yeah.
Sugar daddy.
Ta-da! Charlie, welcome. Enough vibe.
Thank you. Amazing performance.
It's a lovely place, man.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
Straight, you walked into California, man. You walked.
It looks like I walk inside Hot 97.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. We did try.
This is more than try. This is amazing.
Me, so I want to do my house.
Yeah. The space you showed me, Yeah.
All the best.
And you're prepaid here.
Did you also go through the prepaid issue recently?
Luckily for me,
you buy power.
When I came back to Ghana,
I'll need you closer to the microphone.
First thing I did was, but I didn't even know anything was going on. I just bought because I don't like when electricity is done and you're now going to struggle. And then that happened. I was like, thank God. Because I cannot imagine living without.
Charlie, I for some they buy this 40 Ghana cedi, 50 Ghana cedi.
You follow that. Are you big man?
I for buy like.
So that
I don't even
buy
believe
for 6
Jay.
years.
I don't
buy
believe
25.
Jay.
If I good, I buy 25.
Are you listening to him? Don't buy.
I don't
buy
believe
2,000.
Oh no!
1 billion. Jay,
How did they buy 40 CDs?
How?
Why you want to lie to us on radio?
The number of ACs in your house. What 40 CDs?
Oh, so when the issue happened, then it finally came back on, and I went to buy power. So I was in the queue, and some guy tapped me. Jay.
Oh, Charlie.
As a J, they don't know you.
Charlie, can you imagine?
And I won't buy my regular 30 CDs so for up the
yes, tell me they give you 6,000. They give you 6,000 at once.
Yo,
KiDi, welcome to the studio, man.
Thank you, man.
Tell us about the trip. The Europe tour. How was it?
It was good. It was great. It was everything I wanted it to be. Reaching out to new people. One thing I loved about it is that it wasn't our usual, our Ghana people traveling in front of the same Ghanaian people. This was every show that we did. 80% of the crowd was predominantly like different people from whites, mixed, black people from different parts of the world.
Nice.
And they all leave with like good testimonies, like, yo, you guys are amazing, like, power, the energy on stage. This is what we want, growth, people, new people, evangelizing, winning souls.
Winning souls, did you get that? Winning girls into the team Sugar Daddy.
Yeah, so it was everything and more learning experiences and all,
You've got massive hits. Now, which of the songs do you always like, when you drop on stage to the diaspora, do they like jam to? Because we here, we have our favorites. Me, I still can't get over, I use Chase Girls, eh?
What, touch it?
Before 2014.
No, not
Say
touch
cheese.
it. Hey, Cyril, shout shaking me.
Oh, bro.
Cyril's got my back.
I got your back.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I go bring you up to speed. You go down. Inside life, Charlie.
It was just played. We was played on the
the matter had.
What, champagne?
No, not champagne.
Say You Love Me.
No.
Adepena.
Hey, Jay.
I love it.
He said he loved the song.
He said he has used it to do things.
No. It was a typo.
Oh, okay.
It was a typo.
It was a slip of tongue.
You know how radio is.
Songs. Which of the songs, when you drop on stage at diaspora,
for diaspora, it always between Shut Up and Bendo. Like a lot of the new people that came to the shows. Yeah. Some of them, they don't really know the rest of the songs. They're having a good time. When it gets to Shut Up. Like, the song we know. You know, it's really good to see.
What do you think is with that song that has gotten everybody, you know, jamming to it? Because that song actually broke the internet, right? And it went global. If there's any of your songs that has gone global, that will be it. So what is it with it that you think has that effect on people?
I just think if you take away the teamwork, like everybody in the team putting their ways together to make this happen, if you take away that, you take away the grace of God, I just want to narrow it down to the fact that people are bad. People just like that thing. You know, when you say shut up and bend, it's like, hey, what is that? You know? People want to behave like you are saying the most outrageous things, but you know, when you go behind closed doors,
how did you think it? How did you think, like you know, rappers and musicians always there's a moment where something just
did it just hit you?
It
or
just came. Like I started a song with puff puff pass, and I was going, and I got the second verse, and I opened my mouth. The first verse came, I was shut up and bend. I was like, wow. You know, when you record, you know that's this is some
classic.
Yeah,
but get into the details of the success. It's a big success story, right? Get into the details. What are the numbers? What is the reach? What doors did it open? And how much cash did it allow out? I mean, I like
that's
money.
what guys. We have to allow cash out again for every single week, because right now anyway. As for the numbers, I've lost track. The last time we checked, total streams worldwide has passed 1 billion.
Whoa.
Combine everything, the audio, video, all the various DSPs has gone beyond 1 billion.
Wow.
It's gone platinum in India as well. You know, it's just put my music in the path of people that, you know, I never thought I would get into the path of. Like new markets, everywhere I go, even though they might not know me, but once I say, oh, there's a guy that really touches, like, oh, I love that song.
This is the guy.
Let's see you. Can you help me out?
This is the guy. This is good. This is good.
It's you.
Every interview I go to, you know, you enter a room and people are like, oh, who is this guy? Obviously, you look like an artist, but we don't know who you are. By the end of the interview, by the time you come out of the room, they're like, you song Touch It. Oh my God. Like, it's I want more of this. I want like 10 or 100 of, you know, these songs.
What's your experience? I mean, performing on new stages around the world, everything from what it sounds like to what it feels like to preparation to the interaction with the crowd. What do you say would be your highs and your lows and your learnings from?
It's a different ball game out there, to be honest. One thing I took from this whole tour is the organization of everything. You know, when you go to a venue, every venue has their own sound engineer who is on point. There's no excuse. If I say I want green lights at 8:15, green light at 8:15 will come for you. When you want smoke, everything is happening. Mic, sound, everything. And the crowd that comes to shows over there, it's not like they're paying money to come to the concert. They're not just come to stand there and look at you like, yeah, who is this guy?
I know sometimes there's some countries with some audience that are so difficult to please.
These people come with the idea that, listen, we're here to have
to dirty ourselves.
So when you say anything, I remember the last show. The last show was the most exciting for me.
Which country was that?
Hamburg. It was in Germany. I was back and my team came like, listen, the crowd, there's no black person in there. Like, it's just white. Wow. So we have to understand that they might not know most of your songs, so have that in your mind and perform to them like you're introducing every song to them. And I went there and it was the latest performance I'd ever done.
Wow.
Like I got off stage and I was like, I was on a high, you know, this is amazing. Nobody came back to like, yo, can I search your music on Spotify? Like, who are you? And I love this, you know. So
let me throw some light. Okay, no, Lenny, you first.
Okay, so with regard to your bodies of work, you've dropped EPs year on year since
using
20.
the word bodies of work.
It's only right.
It's not used that word before.
It's only right. I'm sorry. Moving forward, I'll do that. Moving forward, I'll do that.
Body of work.
I'll do that for
the tattoos. It's the tattoos. They are connecting.
He will leave today or Monday.
They are connecting on the tattoos. We'll get into what.
Anyway, so in relation to your bodies of work, right, back to back since 2020, that's as far as I remember, you've given us EPs. Is there a reason that you've just put it out constantly like that? And then also, are you looking forward to giving us an album instead of constant EP? Because, you know, people have an endearment, I think, to albums because they think, oh, EPs, you didn't put in too much work, it's just fast work and all of that.
So I've had 2 albums, 2 EPs. My first album, Sugar, that came with a movie and everything, then followed Blue EP that came in 2020 during the COVID time, and then Golden Boy that had Touch It on it. That's another album. So I don't just do EPs. What I do is, if I give you an album this year, next year I'll probably give you an EP, then next year. And that's the one reason why this EP is called Foreplay, because it's a foreplay to lead into the main events. That's the album next year, you know. So this year I decided, I know what, I never like not having new music for the fans. You know, I always want you. I think every profession, your goal is to give the people, you know, what you're doing. So when I'm an artist, I just make sure that you always have new music, new good music to listen to as you wait for the album.
Yeah.
Hence the EP Foreplay.
Okay, great. Now, before you came in, Jay, Cyril, and I were talking about the name of the album, you know, because it has so many meanings. Foreplay, exactly, being that you have 4 songs on
the EP.
On it, and then
they want to take it to different levels, but
no, but there's also
Why you want to lie to me on radio?
Yeah, because you know, there's also the fact that all of the songs on it have, you know, something sexual to it. All of the songs.
Champagne doesn't. Champagne, for my opinion, unless you are trying to look at the popping of a champagne metaphoric as like
if you have to exactly.
See, you said it. We didn't say it. You said
See,
it.
you're saying it for
You
yourself.
got my mind to me, but my mind was in champagne.
Me and Cyril, we have boy questions for you. We want
some other questions. Okay, then let's all throw it on the table.
We want to discuss soccer. We want to talk about football.
Give them.
Really?
Yeah,
okay, let's start with your football discussion.
Jay wants to just pick on you.
Jay, start with your football discussion.
I want to ask him what's his favorite team.
My team is on top of the league now. Arsenal, Gunners for life.
I see you.
Yesterday we won 3-0. Right now we are cruising. Liverpool is coming Sunday. We'll give them.
Have you seen the vibe to the chat? Have you seen the vibe to the chat? We are
right. Everybody who
I'm not going to talk anything.
No long talk. On the pitch.
United for life.
Charlie, bro, why you want to bring that up? Bro, let's just. So, bro. Look, you're being exposed to new markets,
no,
right?
but hold on. She was on her intimate question.
Her what intimate question?
Yeah.
You are not done. You didn't finish.
I was talking about foreplay and putting the songs together, right? I want you to tell us to which extent the thinking went to be able to piece all these 4 songs together, because I think it flows. Like even if you look at if you are listening to the whole EP, there's a really nice flow, and then at the end you cap it with that feature with Prince Bride. So I just want him to, you know, take us through the process.
So first of all, I think the first version of the EP that came out, we had like 4 songs, 4 voice notes. So the idea was every song you get a feel into my mind.
Okay.
The space I was in when I made it. So the beginning of every song there's like a voice note where like I'm speaking to who I'm writing the song about the headspace I was in when I wrote it. So it's like champagne, how like we're out and I saw some girl and you know she looked like besides speakers, her mind was somewhere, and I was like, Charlie, how are you out and your mind is like and I realized that Charlie, she's going through it in life, you know. So that's where the idea came. Like, you know what, once we're outside tonight, you're dressed, you look nice, let's raise a toast, you know, make a toast to our pain, champagne to our pain.
Regardless, in the words of
so that's how
that.
Then Habibi was a letter to my sugar mommy, because the first line was like, I may be young, but I'm ready, so come give me that, you know, you know. And then Zombie, which was inspired by my kid, because he says he keeps having nightmares about zombies. Yeah, so my mind, as an artist, my mind just went to zombie music, you know. And then Shakira obviously features the legendary Prince Bride. So we had that flow with the voice note, so it feels like an experience, a journey when you're listening to it. You know? So, yeah.
Right.
How old is he or she?
He's 5.
5.
Yeah.
He 5.
Yeah.
Yo, would you add another one soon?
Not soon, but I mean, I want 3 kids, so 2 more. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm sure.
Why are you looking at
see, you guys, I don't get what's with Jay.
Jay and Lenny, can I do the interview?
This morning? No, Jay is on a different thing this morning. In quoting Cyril, have you taken your pills?
Look, Charlie, I want to get into the creative process.
But he mentioned, Cyril, sorry, just about the parenting, like, you know, how we spoke about gentle parenting yesterday, you know, and Kelly Ronan was talking about how she
finds it difficult.
Or she was...
No, she's for it.
She was for it, but she said it's difficult because she grew up in kind of like the opposite.
What kind of father are you? Like, what kind of father is...
So it's crazy that you asked this question, because just yesterday, me and my friend were talking, and then she just looked at me and was like, you look like you're a strict parent, because when we are dealing, the way you're always serious about your work, like you want the work to be, so you give off strict parent vibes. I'm like, yes, I believe I am a strict parent. At the same time, like you said, we've been growing up, we went through a different system of parenting where it's like, hey, why are you fooling? Frying pan, you know,
Rambo style.
Yeah, like that's what we know. We know hard, like. But I think the world has changed a lot. Kids I even though sometimes I'm strict, I still give him the freedom to be who he wants to be, do what he wants to do. I'm only strict on like manners, like say please, say thank you, don't speak like that, that's why I'm strict. But when it comes to allowing him to feel free and live, Charlie.
How does he see daddy? Like
he says, he says I'm the best daddy in the world.
You've not seen that video?
In the world.
Oh my
God. I'm the richest in the world. Whoa. To him, hey,
his daddy is a superstar. Yeah,
oh, that's some inspiration. Like
when he goes to school and he's bragging, say his daddy, hey, nobody's daddy. Pressure. Now when I enter his school, I need to go well.
For real, it'll put that thing in your subconscious where you have to always make sure you
live up to it
at a certain, at a certain point in time, a place in life where he finds inspiration
it's very
from
big
you.
For me. So like this conversation I was having with my friend, she said again like because I know that a lot of things are happening that gets you down and like a lot of negativities about what every morning when you wake up, what is that thing that keeps you going? I'm like, this is it. Like knowing that I cannot fail him. Like he needs to have the best of everything in life, so it's motivation. There's other motivation, but that one is like my number one. I want him to live, and even me myself, I want my whole family to live an opulent life, comfortable life, happy life, and that takes hard work. So
Charlie, the difficult part of it, but I don't know what you're going to say though.
Talking about living an opulent life, right? We've had discussions here where we say that, do artists get paid well or not? Because that they move into adultment.
Yes, away from parenting, but I just wanted to ask something on the parenting.
Okay.
I've never been able to help with homework. Me, I don't know. It's like their work is so difficult.
I even hated homework when I was in school.
So difficult. I don't know how. Like sometimes when I see that they've asked them to do some crazy stuff, and I'm like, hey.
Sometimes it doesn't even have to be crazy. I remember sometimes they said you should just draw C. And there's another one, color the flowers. And the C was, I was like, Charlie, do what you want to do.
Are you able to be in his life, like, considering your schedule and everything, are you able to...
It's hard, but like, again, I keep saying there's no manual on how to be a father. This is new to me. I'm also learning as the day goes by. So I do the best I can with a little time. And when I'm in town, I make sure weekends I'm with him. We're spending time doing random stuff. We have our thing, the barber shop where we go and that's our thing. There we go and get a haircut. You know.
And the car rides.
Yes, the car rides. to go get lunch.
He posts that on his Snap. And some
he always has something to say. Yeah, everything has something to say.
Man, I'm missing out on the culture, Charlie.
Wait. My standard, I'm calling for Zayn content.
Please give us Zayn content.
Please, it's KiDi on Snap, right?
He's a star on his own.
Yeah, he's a star on his own. He's such a joy.
Okay, all right. I'm subscribing to the channel. I think I need to watch more of this movie.
Please do.
Because I'm missing out on it. I'm so missing out on it.
So what I was going to ask in reference to opulence is the discussions we've had in the studio when we are talking about artists and then when they grow, when they are no longer active, and then they start to, we've seen so many instances where someone is not well and they have to come and beg for money and all of that. What measures are you taking just to make sure that when you are old and grey or when you're not active anymore, actively making your music and all of that, regardless of the opulent life that you want to live, you still have enough to fend for yourself, and then also make sure that your son is still comfortable?
This sounds like a Section B question. 30 marks. 30 marks. Let's
need extra paper.
Let's and give examples.
Before you answer, yesterday in that same seat, CEO of GTA, Ghana Tourism Authority, Mr. Kwesi Adjumani, sat right here. She didn't ask anything.
I didn't ask questions yesterday.
If that wants to throw a Section B question,
Jay, you're on a different level this morning.
Gunshot.
I know, that's shade.
Shots fired.
Jay,
you are giving her.
I'm telling you.
She was saving her questions. We know so you go come Friday, so she saved the questions from Monday.
I see.
These two guys.
All right, Section
wow.
B.
Who's your babe?
Who's your babe?
There's a reality that it took me so long to accept, but now that it's always good to like accept some realities, so it helps you make decisions in life. Like a reality I've come to accept now is that, when we're growing, they always tell you save. Hey, when you get money, save. Save. But I realize that yes, as much as I'm sure everybody in this room wants to save, likes to save, the reality of the ground is very hard, because like you said, artists, we could appreciate more, from streaming, from shows, from we are making. I don't want to complain and be that guy, but like I'm happy, I'm grateful. Although in life they always want more, but when you get, it's like to get to the next level of where we want to get to artist wise, it takes money. So the money we are not spending the money on. You have to reinvest the money into your productions, your video shoots, going to places, recording with different artists. So the money is coming, but always has to keep going. But what I've told myself is I have no choice but to succeed. I don't have a plan B to fall on. Like, I am the plan B, I am the plan A and plan B. So I don't have a choice. I need to be successful. So that's the mindset I'm walking through life with. Make sure that little I get, if I can save, invest, help family. Like, there's obviously everybody has responsibilities. You have to make sure that ultimately that craft, what your product is, you're investing in it and becoming better and greater at it.
Do you have or what are other KiDi interests for business wise? And then so where would you put your money in aside from us seeing the forefront of music?
I mean, if you take away music, one thing I've always loved is art and fashion. Like, when I hate myself so much for stopping, but I used to be an artist. I used to draw. Like, there was a phase in my life when I only drew naked women,
That feeds into his
translated
music.
to the music now.
Yes.
I told your manager something before you came in.
Yeah.
I said something to him that I whispered to him. I'm sure now that you said that he's going like Jay. Jay was I can't say it on TV.
Okay, fine, it's okay. But you tell us after. But this feeds into your music.
I used to have
But KiDi, like I was saying, you are like, from what you've just told us from streams and the exposure you've got of these songs, I wouldn't say you're any longer just a Ghanaian artist. You're a world artist. You're making world music, and that comes with its own responsibilities to grow.
Yes.
How are you adjusting to these new paradigms that you've met? How are you bringing on board external songwriters? Are you looking at different producers outside of this realm? Are you looking at different engineers to big up your sound? Are you changing the software you work with totally? What are you doing to upgrade? Because if you are trending in India, then you are no longer just a Ghanaian guy using some software.
I have silly reactions and spins in my head.
But I really want to know, what's the upgrade plan?
I'm happy you've asked this, because it happened like clockwork. When I realized everything is going, even my sound card I used to record, like I wanted a new sound card because the sound, what you're recording,
wasn't crisp.
Crisp. Like, if you check my mail, even this morning, I'm doing back and forth with producers, and because some of them are not here, we can't always have the chance to be in the same space.
Vibe and all
so
that.
My mails are always full of vocal. Like, if you're a producer and my friend, you're dead, because I bombard you with vocals. Like today, I'm sending the beats. I feel like, because I'm trying to, like you said, there needs to be a growth in the sound, because you're no more just a Ghana boy. The whole world is listening to your music, and it comes with outsourcing a lot of things, people expertise, people who have expertise in A&R, not just, Links and Empire, everybody's doing amazing, but you always, more heads coming on board with expertise shoots you higher. So the goal for me is to be better as a person, better as an artist, as a performer, because right now it's not just enough going to the studio to just make music. You need to be able to be on stage and deliver.
And own it.
Yes. So there's so many aspects of my life. Even the way you look, the look and everything is very important. So
the blowout in India give you pressure as to, like, off the back of what Cyril is saying, like, give you pressure on, Charlie, I'm about to drop an EP. I can't. This is platinum. I need to go. What's after platinum?
Double platinum,
then
triple platinum.
So
like, does it give you that pressure? Just
I don't call it pressure, because when I made Touch, I didn't even know it was going to go platinum in India. So it's not like that happening. And
it's just gratitude, kind of.
I'm filled with gratitude, even though I want more and more of that. I'm looking at it more from a point of gratitude and taking the days like one point. Charlie, what did they say? Is it Mercury's in retrograde? So the world is bazaar. You are trying to make plans, and the plans do then. So I've learned to just take a step back, breathe, and take it one day at a time as I attain growth.
The Indian media market is one of the biggest markets on the planet.
So even like that happening, then we outsource. Of course, then we have somebody on the ground in India who is pushing more stuff there, because to go. Like, this is dreams to have a song go platinum in India. Like,
for real.
I used to watch Hindi movies as kids. I never thought, I never dreamt it.
They'd be in love with you.
Are you looking at a tour in India?
All these things are being organized. But again, you cannot just get up and go. It needs to be done well. Like you said, now because of where you're going, there's always some standards that needs to be met. So you need to go well. I'm looking at collaborations with even some of the artists there as well. And all of that are ways to expand, so...
Lenny, I'm staring at you like...
Why are you staring at me, Jay?
I have a very delicate and human question.
Okay.
Throw it.
Ask it.
Right. Couple of days ago, you were hot.
Yeah, in the hot seat.
You were on the hot seat.
I'm still on the hot seat.
No. you were in the hot seat, and a lot of people came at you simply because of what you seemed to represent in the past before you became a brand or a public figure. I really want to know the honest feedback, what it was like sailing through that storm, and what we had to take from that. Because I've seen your statements, I've heard what you had to say. It was a different you back then, blah, blah, blah. But social media doesn't grant us that liberty, right? People will still judge you regardless of what you say. Yeah. I really want to know what it was like when that storm hit, how you sailed through, and what we're supposed to take home from that.
So, in the early hours of the day, that day started by a couple of tweets. It seemed like just a couple of people that just wanted
some trolls.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, yeah, 2012. Oh, it's fine. And that day I had like my EP listening the later part of the day. So I was going to do my team were calling me like, hey, Charlie, there's some tweets of you coming. I thought we've already gone through this in 2020 with the whole Sarkodie thing. So like, why is it coming back? I'm like, yeah, I realized the pattern. There's some group of people that are doing it. But we didn't make anything of it because it's like we thought it was one of those things. So EP listening starts. I perform to the crowd. We're done with socializing, everybody catching vibes, talking to all the guests that came. And then somebody just comes like, KiDi, you are dead. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, has it gotten worse than I already? I'm like, he showed me a tweet. And there, in the middle of everything, I just opened my mouth.
Oh.
I was like, what? Did I say this? Like, I don't even remember some of the things I said. Yeah. And I was just, that thing where you're in public and Chief Omega said Thomas, so like I was just like
stunned.
I was just like, I sat down on the chair. I was just quiet. People said, oh, why are you quiet? I'm like, oh, I'm fine. I was just like thinking, and I was just filled with embarrassment. Like I was like, because if I look at the person that I am now, what I embody, my values that I hold dear to my heart now, real. It didn't even click to me that I could say some stuff like this in the past, and everybody just came talking to me. That, oh, you don't worry, to be fine. And then because everybody was coming at me with it got overwhelming, and I broke down. I just excused myself, went to the back. I told them, what, I have to leave because I couldn't be here in the public. So I went home. That whole night, like it was. I don't want to go into details too much, but it was tough. Like it was hard. Okay.
Speaking of tough, so a young KiDi signed to Lynx, right? This quote-unquote stubbornness that we saw online from the young KiDi, was that a hurdle in your engagement with Lynx in creating the artist you become now? Were you as insightful and mature? Obviously, you were young, but was it difficult for you to get into the routine of being under a label, doing what needed to be done, following the instructions of how to create and actually become a brand, as opposed to just being a talent? Because the old tweets we saw, your ear had small. You understand? And I know, say that ear had where you take interlinks. But how was the transition to becoming the man you are now?
It was very hard in the beginning, like you said, it was new. Being on a label, being on that supervised everything, everybody's telling you that this is how it was new, and it got a bit overwhelming in the start. Sometimes I would want to do things myself, how I know how. And then they would tell me, I remember when I dropped Say You Love Me, right? I went to my own graphic designer to design Say You Love Me out now, Apple Music. And I posted it. Because in my mind, I want to do my things. And then they come like, why are you behaving like you are not on a label? Like, so who did this one to? Like, and I was like, oh. And it dawned to me like, oh, I'm working with a team. We have to have that trust. I have to trust them that they are doing what they should. They have to trust me, that not always trusting me, because at that time, but it was tough getting into that organized, chaos system, of everything, that you have to learn production. Even if you do a song, we tell you the song is not nice, do another one. It was all very new and tough, but again, life is a learning process. Time puts everything into perspective. So as I grew, I began to trust more, open up more to learn, and become gradually to build the person that I am right now.
Do you think that people demand too much of you? Like, expect and demand too much?
It's natural for people to place high expectations on a public figure, especially when you've done great and people know what you are capable of. It's just, it's unfair to say they are putting too much, because people look up to you. People wake up in the morning and look at you and say, wow, I want to be that, or I like this about it. So there's always that natural play of things where people are going to place high expectations on you.
When if someone goes through trolls and stuff like that, sometimes when you jump back into public space, you think they're thinking about what
Yeah, exactly. Any space I walk
like
in,
a white elephant in the room.
Any space I walk in, I know that they are looking at me with some eyes. Like, look at this boy.
The recent tweets is just one out of many situations that KiDi has been through. So in each of all those situations, how do you deal with yourself and come out of it and not knowing what's going to happen? Like as you said right now, we don't even know what's going to be the next KiDi throw. Like
it's crazy because when it happened, I remember I had interviews. I was supposed to be here last week. I felt sick. Like I just couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to deal with anybody publicly. Like my phone, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to be in my dark space.
Which one has been the worst?
This one was
this one?
Yeah, this one was it.
Rather, I saw this, okay, I see. I'm thinking for you.
How do you burden the like speaking about headspace, and last week you were supposed to hear, but you just wanted to be alone in your dark. Bro, I'm hearing mental health, right? And as a creative, this pressure to deliver, label, you're taking care of Zayn. Trolls are on your neck. People are expecting you to be a certain way. People are judging you for 10, 12 years ago. What's it like? Everybody wants the mental health. How do you deal with this pressure? Because people have one job, and even that one they retire. And this sounds like 5 different jobs. And what do you do?
Pleasing people, pleasing
all the time. There's no off day.
It's hard. I don't lie. This is not one of those things where I'll come and show and say, "Oh no." It's not an easy thing. Like you wake up one morning and you just don't feel like being KiDi today. Like you just want to be in another Jam 9, just watch Game of Thrones and eat. But you have responsibilities and you have to step out. No matter what your mood is, people don't care where you've come from, where you've been. They want the energy. There was a day I had like 7 interviews, right? And obviously the first 2-3 interviews
went well.
Energy, but as the day kept going, my energy kept dropping because dealing with a lot of people drains your energy. By the time I read the 5th interview, when you holler at me, and I was trying. I know that you're in a public space, so you are supposed to. When I read the last interview at 9:30 p.m., the 7th one, see, this was me at the interview. I was trying to give energy, but I just couldn't. So sometimes I just need that time alone to recharge, to just recalibrate my mind and go out in the world to give the best of me. The mental health.
And I think I'll just applaud you on that because one thing that Lynx does very well is to make available their artists. When media needs them, and they're one of the people that you can always vouch for. That hey, you need KiDi, you need Kwame Eugene, you need they will show up. And combining that with the events, and that brings me to ask you a question on, how is an original KiDi day like? Let's take the worst of days, like the worst packed days. Run us through it, like morning to night. Or in fact, let's do a weekend.
Okay, weekend.
After a hit.
Charlie, you wake up in the morning, maybe breakfast show, sometimes you have to be, like today, waking up at 7 a.m. Hey, it was hard. Let me say it today on record. My worst part about the job is early morning interviews. I don't know how I do it. I can't sit there.
Because of this matter, I'll go call you tomorrow.
Early morning interviews. Hey,
but you guys do that. You do well. I mean,
the job is the job. You don't have an excuse. I prayed for this. I prayed for days to be busy, so I cannot be busy and then I'm complaining.
I saw you on Joy Music. I saw you on. On Joy Prime. I saw you on City. I saw you on Joy FM.
And then battle with the traffic and the heat, and then trying to juggle all of them together. And I still haven't figured out how to deal with my mental health. I don't lie. I just take it one day at a time. When I go down and under, I just sometimes a lot of times music. And I live in the dark. I like darkness. They say it's bad.
Oh, so the ECG then good for you?
No, not hot darkness. Cozy, chill darkness. That's what I live in. So it's me just going down and I allow myself to go through the emotions. I wake up in the morning, take a shower, shoulders up, ready to face the day. If something knocks me down again, we go again, down and under. Wake up in the morning, raise my shoulders, ready to face it.
So how is that? Oh, sorry, Lenny. But so how is that weekend? I would just want to know an example of a very crazy packed KiDi weekend. Okay, where he went to and all that.
So weekend. Sometimes I remember there was a time I had 3 shows, where in the morning I had to do an interview, then move to sound check, then go do fitting, then perform at Dome, then finish, drive to what was the name of the place? Somewhere after Tema.
Well done. The winger.
somewhere, I don't remember the name, but I had to drive, and then on the phone, like, where's KiDi? Is it coming? Then the driver, then go back and come. I had to make an appearance somewhere at midnight. And yeah, still finished and went to the club. Yeah, because when you are done, it's like,
finally, let me
go and unwind small before I go home and sleep, So it's that, it's little things that keep our minds happy. Like my son, my family.
We need to handle you guys like eggs, so because if you don't
my neighbor said something really profound yesterday, and my neighbor, like, it's an old man. I didn't even know. That's how I realized that this case had gone very far, because certain things don't get to him until it's big national news. He came home. And he knocked on I was in the car waiting, knocked on my window, said, "Oh, Charlie, why are they trying to destroy you?"
Destroy the soul inside.
Charlie, and then he said something, he said he's realized something in all his years observing our industry. It's like we build stars and we don't protect them. We build the stars. And I was like, wow, this man is not a music man, but look at what he's been able to do. So we build stars and we want to destroy them just to say we can do and undo it. We don't build stars and protect them. And once they reach a certain level, I'm like, Charlie, you cry.
It's okay, we've had enough of you.
And I was like, wow, such a person who's not even in the industry. And I was like, oh, it will pass. It's normal. It's part of it. So don't think anything of it. And he could tell I was going through it, but he was trying to be
positive about it.
Now, KiDi, with all your performances, I must applaud you for giving your 100% for every performance that you do, and you've toured stages outside of Ghana and outside of Africa as well. Now, in performing, I understand that as an artist, there's so much on your mind, even right before the performance. What are some of these things that you have heavy on your mind before you perform, and then how are you able to turn those things around and give your best when you're performing? Because trust me, we don't feel that. Yes, you make exactly. There's a way that you come on there and you make everything and everybody jam to whatever music that you're putting out there.
I think this is what first of all, I believe within my bones that this is what I was born to. This is my purpose. Before I go on stage, every time I say, even if it's kids, I'm always nervous. Like, it doesn't matter if it's toddlers I'm going to sing to. There's always a part of me that is like shaking and I'm wondering. So maybe if I'm holding the mic and maybe the producer of the show is like 5 minutes more for KiDi to go on, that is when my heart starts thumping in my chest and I'm thinking, do I run on stage? Do I walk on stage? Like, what do I do? What do they call me? They don't scream. If they scream, like, my mind is opening tabs, Google tabs, like, trying to figure out what's going on. So in that moment, I actually love it because I'll be worried if I don't get nervous. But that nerve just lasts seconds after I walk on the stage. Once I'm on the stage, my high and the drug I need is the crowd.
Adrenaline takes over, man.
When the crowd gives me energy, that's all. I just enter. And the stage is one of the places where I feel at home. It's the only place that when I am, nothing matters. Like, my problems are past. Like, they are not with me. It's just me, the stage, and the people. So that's why I love being on stage. And I don't want to leave the stage because when I leave the stage, they'll probably hand over the mic, So it's.
Do you have people you look up to? Whether musicians or any iconic figures that you?
A lot. There's a long list of. Obviously, growing up, my dad, I keep saying, if my dad was still alive, he'd be performing alongside Adi Lumba because nobody's a big fan than my dad when it comes. So, as a child at home, you're forced listening to Adi Lumba every day. I grew a liking to it because I was like, this is great music. That's when I started school, influences like the Western, like Chris Brown's, the Ushers. So there's the mix of the high life and R&B influences in there. I looked at people like Florian Ponsan, Samini. Every time I meet Samini, I tell him that you have no idea how much of a fan I am. I used to have your cassettes, I listen to the music, mix the music, man, survive. All of that, Sako there. Like, all these people are people I look up to because, Charlie, what they've done, we sometimes overlook it and disrespect people. When I see people disrespecting them, I'm like, hey, like, it's
not easy.
Look, like 10 years plus in the game as a rapper or as a singer, whatever you're doing, 10 years in anything is not easy. So I look up to people. I always want to learn how they did it, what they did right, their mistakes, learn from it, and all of it. So that's what influences there. We could keep going on and on because I have a long list of,
You mentioned protecting the stars and all that, right? Now, they say when you pray for rain, prepare for mud. So how are you preparing for the mud? Especially, or how do you think artists in general can prepare for the mud around their brands to make sure that we protect our stars. Like you're saying, Charlie, people go at Samini Sarkodie on random Tuesday afternoon. You're thinking, Charlie, they're crazy. Exactly. How do you think we can, as an industry, as a fan base, a collective, how can we protect our stars more?
So I always say that when it comes to numbers, we're already disadvantaged as it is. So if we sit and do nations, that means we're stuck here, unfortunately. Because I keep saying, even if the whole of Ghana decides that we all like this person, still not enough.
Yes.
How much more now that we are split into nations and, it's coming at each other's throats. Sometimes some of the beefs, you look at it, it's like, why? Let's put the energy into pushing everybody up there. But it's human behavior, so I don't think there's a way you can fix it. Because there are people that no matter what you say, their minds are their minds and how they think is how they think. So it's hard, but we just, as artists ourselves, need to, I know it's wrong mental advice, but when people say grow a tough skin, because it's not supposed to be that. There are lots of people that are feeding this crap. Some of them cannot even take it.
Yeah. Yes.
Some of them cannot. They can even see you in real life and not be able to say it to your face.
They can't even approach you.
Like people will come online, why don't you go international? Why don't you go international? But somebody is there in their job. They've not even, the boss doesn't even know their name. Like,
shade.
No, I'm not even, I don't want to shade, but sometimes
that's facts. That's facts.
I want people to sometimes, I think if you consider these things, you'll be kinder to people because if you realize that, hey, means that the corner I am in life, I'm also trying. So I can imagine if person also trying.
So
let's
if you talk somebody else.
Let's all try together, help each other, build each other. But the tearing down is like we are quick to tear down and later say, oh, we tear them down. Oh, sorry.
Anyways, we've been having a good chat with KiDi right in the studios of Studio 899 in plus 89.9 FM. If you're listening to us on radio and on TV, it's 3 Music TV. If you've got questions, throw them in. We'd love to hear from you as well. We'll take a quick music break. When we come back, there is some more to find out. We are going into KiDi's wardrobe. We are going into his food. We're going into his addiction, his women, his tattoos. We are going into everything. Let's go. Except Lenny.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They loved her. They loved her.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see KiDi and everyone else.
He said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been, though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey. So follow me, sweet little ginger. Hey. Okay, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you never travel out. The name is like who the hustler. If you follow away, just a quality. Back again, for me coming. I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me. I know. Remember you never travel out. The name is like who the hustler. Follow away, just a quality. Back again, for me coming. I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me. I know.
This is my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go to be like me, bro. Your dream is so bad.
Champagne, yeah, this is Champagne. You just watched visuals on that video, amazing. I love it. Now let's now bring our conversation into Lifestyle KiDi. Okay, Lifestyle KiDi. And, let's get in there. So before that, this video I'm checking out costuming, and that's something that I think you and your label do very good at. Like, you spend so much.
That's what I said earlier. The money is coming, but to meet the standard that we're trying to get to, we need to put it all back in.
All back in. Yeah. Like, wow, like, yo, it must have been a lot of work, Which one has been one of your most difficult videos that you've had to be in production, I
think all of them are really tough. I'm like, another part of the job that I wish we could just do some magic with music videos, because we spend hours, sometimes days on sets, and then it's just like 2-3 minutes.
I think you,
But like, again, as artists, I get the vision. I get what we're trying to do, where we're trying to do.
The work that needs to go into.
Yeah, we get it, so it's fine. But
what is in KiDi's wardrobe? Like, shut up.
See, this is my wardrobe. People are looking for.
Maybe I get black jeans, skinny jeans, black jeans. So that be all.
A lot of baggy pants. I like wearing baggy pants a lot. A lot of pastel color, nude color shirts. I think it's a little bit of everything. I have sections for everything. I have like the hoodie section. I have like a t-shirt section. I have jean section, pants.
A boxes. True fashionista.
Do you have a whole room to your wardrobe? Yeah. It's a whole room, right?
Yeah.
I wish I could get pictures on that one. Like, one day I'll go to his place.
Jay, why is
he said he'll tweet it when he goes off.
Yeah, like I'm asking for two reasons. Okay. Because the first reason is that with artists and talents, they have to have. You can't just easily repeat. So. The question: what happens to some of the clothes that you are done with?
My little brothers are the winners here. They're the true winners.
They enjoy pass.
Oh, see, every time when I've traveled and come fresh, they know that I'll be giving away like 3 suitcases of clothes.
Like, already.
They are okay. They are the true
what
winners.
We see in the KiDi outside is brand protected. I mean, this is how the brand is supposed to be. Does the same resonate with KiDi with Dramina?
I don't think I get the question. I don't understand the question.
So this is as you are now. Is that what in terms of fashion? Is that what you are? Like, is that what you dress if you're not coming on TV or radio and you were just
Yeah. I've always liked to look good. I think I got it from both my dad and mom.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't care what I have to wear. I've come to realize that sometimes it's not about wearing something kuntan. Like, I think it's a thing of sauce, right? I think unfortunately, not everybody has it. But when you have the sauce, you can even wear vests and shorts, and then it was like, oh wow, you look nice, you know. So it's about just looking comfortable. I don't have to do too much.
Okay.
And Lenny?
Okay, so Jay mentioned that we're going to be talking about the lifestyle. I'm not asking about boxer shorts.
At this point in time, we have to
Jay,
be careful.
goodness.
Just want to know,
Jay, you owe me so much when we get off the show. I'm going to charge 50 cedis for every time you've come at me today.
That's going to be a lot of money.
That's going to be a lot of money, exactly.
Because
I mean, as a tattoo lover myself,
we got
right?
lots of questions.
I want us to talk about your tats, because I've noticed that with every EP you release or with every album you release, there's a new tattoo to it.
I've been going around to doing foreplay yet because there's heat on me, but like once everything comes down, foreplay will find its way.
You go for that. Yeah. Okay, now a few years back, you had none at all, or even if you did, you didn't have it in visible places that we could see. So what has informed this? Getting tats on you once you get an EP, once you release an album,
let's go through it, because
and all
I
of
see
that.
a lot of them.
Yeah,
Lenny,
which I love,
eyes.
by the
Lenny,
way, and I understand. I should close my eyes. I shouldn't look at KiDi. Okay, I'm now going to turn away. Just face here and ask KiDi the question.
No, because maybe he's got tattoos at other places that
I'm not looking. Listen, I'm not even looking at KiDi anymore.
No, you can check out KiDi's
I'm not looking at KiDi. Let me look somewhere else.
No, Lenny, you know what she's looking at? She's looking at the screen behind you. She's going to see everything. You think Lenny's stupid?
You can't see the screen, yo. Sorry, you're allowed to turn around.
I'll start from like my newest tats. That's like the landscape here. So I wanted to get something that signified peace of mind. So when I think of peace of mind, what do I think of? I think of flowing water, peace. I think of a waving flag, which signifies freedom and peace. I think of palm branches, just the wind throwing it left, right. So everything, the birds flying, the sunset, it all something I think of when I think of peace of mind. And that's what I I long for in life, you know. Right, I'm not even looking for love. I'm looking for peace of mind. Because if I get peace of mind, it translates to everything else I do. You know?
Yeah.
So that's my newest tattoo. That, and then.
How long did it take for that tattoo to be done?
It took like 6 hours because I did that and this new one's love, faith, hope. My mom's name.
Oh, you have hope
Bless.
there.
Yeah.
She's also got hope.
The Lord is my shepherd.
I've got hope.
Oh, we're not going to hear the end of this.
Thorny roses, breathe it as well for my anxiety because I have anxiety a lot.
I see some smiley faces.
Yes,
on the other
Nirvana.
side.
So he did that one himself. The smiley face he drew himself. Right?
Be kind, golden boy. You know, there's more. The armbands, there's more there. You know, I just love the aesthetic of it and the fact that all of them.
Which part of your
something.
arm or the body is very painful when you were doing the tattoo?
My ribs. It was the one that I couldn't finish. Even this one, it looks like a star, but they're supposed to shade here. I just couldn't. And this was my first.
The
tattoo.
shading is painful. Huh?
Nobody warned me. I always thought tattoo was you get to sit there and we'll draw things and you wake up and go home. Then he started drawing just the outline. I was like, hey, this is what I'm going to be going through. For this one, I couldn't. Because when it gets to the bony areas, please.
When it hits the bone. Yeah. And then the shading is also really painful. But KiDi.
So how...
The pain is addictive.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
The thing is, after this one, I swore. I was like, never again.
I'm done.
Then by the time he heals and he's looking in the mirror, he's looking nice. Like, hey, he's looking nice. So we're never going again.
I was going to come to that and ask, do you feel the freedom to have more body art, right? I like to refer to it as body art because you have to appreciate art to an extent that you want it to see it every day permanently, right? Yes. Do you have that freedom of appreciating body art or wanting to have it more and a lot more and a lot more because you are the star that you are?
So, I know what you're trying to ask. Like, in our Ghanaian homes, right? Obviously, we know the values and how we believe that tattoos are
and all that.
We know that, hey, if you do dreads and tattoo, you are some kind person.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember the first tat, my mom, she didn't speak to me for a long time because she was angry. Yeah. You know, my mother, Mom, is small,
KiDi, just hold on right there. I just wrote in fake ink. I just wrote J. In fake ink. You know the Muslims have got this. I just wrote 2 weeks. My wife didn't want to talk to me. 2 weeks.
Some people have the mind
for just J.
The mentality that it is not a well-behaved man, from a good home shouldn't have. But bit by bit, we just need to understand that
it's a new world, Charlie.
And every time my mom, I used to get this a lot. I used to find it offensive. But now I've come to realize that it's just how people see it. When people look at me from afar and they see like blonde hair, tattoos, they put me in a box. And then they have an interaction with me. And they're like, oh, wow.
Quickly take you out of the box.
Like, oh, you are well spoken, like you're well learned.
They were expecting less.
And I used to find that very offensive. Like, oh wow, you speak well. I'm like, what did you expect? You know. And my mom is always happy now. Because also she also went through that thing where every time people ask, hey, your son, tattoos. But every time her friends are sending any interviews of me, it's like, hey, Charlie, your son, Charlie, you raised a good son. And it makes her forget that, you know what? F it, you know.
Yeah, because it's never about the outward appearance.
You know why Cyril and I haven't done tattoos yet?
Why?
You know, like the black skin, the color skin.
That's not the reason.
It still shows.
I can tell you the real reason.
Relax. See,
at the vampire meeting, they told us
not to do tattoos.
If we want to live and be young forever.
That's just for the two of you.
Just for the two of us.
Okay.
We are new members.
So still on that body art, when what will be the next one? Because this arm is a bit empty now. So it looks like
it's more space. Foreplay, isn't it?
Yeah, foreplay. Yeah. I want to finish with this arm. This arm, I won't touch it again. Like, and I also want to have a limit to it. You know, I just want to go.
Which
crazy.
arm aren't you touching again?
This one.
But this one is full.
No, it's left with here.
KiDi.
So that's what this arm. Like, I want to. It's not like I want to pour my body. I just want to have some.
And it's a nice balance, having one full sleeve and then having just empty, it's a really nice balance. I don't want to
have my whole body, you know, that's not what I attain. You know,
would you recommend tattoos for Cyril and I?
If you can take the pain. I mean, it's all about the pain. That's all I tell people.
I would like to tell everybody listening, I cannot take the pain.
No, hold on. But even with that, right, you know that everybody's pain tolerance level is different.
If it's on one side, I won't take it.
No, wait, it also depends on the size of your tat. you know that the size of your tats, your pain tolerance level, whether you are shading, outlining,
even when I'm
all of that
trimming
comes
my nails,
to play.
it's like surgery. I'm careful.
Wow.
If that clipper clip me smart, I was screaming in that house.
See the DB.
Are you saying
you are not tattoo?
I'm not
tattoo material.
You can't compare the pain of tats to when you go and shave and they just apply the
massa.
That pain is shown. It's
that one
and gone. It's seconds. But this pain. See, imagine. Yeah, for hours.
And the guy don't care.
No, he doesn't care.
I've seen videos of it, and the tattoo artist is like headphones on, listening to some music.
And
just
if you
busy.
go to the tattoo shop, they put there, if you cannot take the pain, do not come here. So they know people come and scream and shout. So he's there doing his thing. You say, oh, sorry, don't worry. He doesn't feel your pain. You say you want to have tattoos. Okay, you're ready to deal with it.
All right, so we'll take this one. Well, this is a very quick question from Sigun or Nana Segun. If I hope I had that name right. Shegun.
Yeah.
Nana Shegun.
Segun, right? Yeah, it should be Shegun. That's how the Nigerians pronounce it.
Lenny.
I don't know the person.
Lenny.
I don't know the person.
You know, when she went on
really
air this morning, someone sent a message in and said that, please give me Lenny's number. Like,
what's he going to give to me?
Nana Shegun says, please ask KiDi when he's getting a King Promise, getting a King Promise feature, Jackie and Arista collaboration. Okay,
that
that's
would be
actually
great.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Have there been conversations as such,
I mean, like I said, once we have life, these collaborations are not far from us. Just we have to keep working. And the thing I say about collaborations is that it's not just get up and do collaborations. You have to be in a similar mind space with whoever you're collaborating with. Have a common goal, what you want to do. So, like I said, once we have life at the right time, these ones will come to life.
Talking about collaborations, do you agree with? Okay, so AKA said that you don't necessarily need to be friends with somebody to collaborate with them. Do you agree with that?
It's work, Maybe I'm not friends with you, but I like your music. I like the vibe you bring to music. So we don't have to be friends. Once we have a connection musically, we can always make music.
No, but beyond the music, after the collab, you still don't need to be friends.
No, it's business. So if you decide to be friends, that's nice. But if you are not, doesn't take anything away from, it's work that we're doing.
Have you had any such features where it was just about the business?
Most of them.
Oh, but that's the one with this guy, the American guy. Yeah.
Like Tiger. I've never met him. Amazing legend. All we've only spoken on Instagram, So it would have been different if even the music video we got to meet, maybe then we could have built something. But once it's social media, there's always a limit to how you can interact.
Can we talk about how that collaboration came about?
So when Touch It started doing its thing, and the team, they told me, we're working on a couple of features to take it to the next level, And I was like, I'm really curious. And we always had the ideas of who we wanted and stuff, but they were like, they sent it to Tiger, and I'm like, when I was in high school, Young Money Tiger, and for the longest time he hadn't done it, right? So apparently he went to Dubai for holidays and was in a club, and the song came on. And then he saw everybody's reaction to the song.
It was worth it.
I need to pin down this boy.
Quick, I really, really appreciate him because legendary blessing my song. You see, sometimes, like I said, he doesn't even know me from anywhere, but his vibes, his music.
The art was worth it.
Yeah, you don't need to be friends. I mean, it's just... He likes a jam. He'd love to have his voice on there, and he jams to it.
Appreciate every single person who's ever collaborated with me, because again, you didn't need to do it, but once the vibes are there and we make magic together, that's what matters.
How are you handling the upcoming? Who are tagging and I want to do collaborations and I want to feature and I want to...
and it's a tough conversation because there's no right way to say some things, but I always believe that when I was coming up, I remember in 2004, in that same space of times where I was being very some way.
Yeah. When you were being young KiDi.
Yeah, when I was being young. No, I wasn't even KiDi. I was Eduardo, young Jack.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, he was Eduardo.
I used to DM artists.
Yeah.
Wow. I remember doing this chase. DM them like, bro, I have a song. I want to see on my... And I would be so annoyed that why wouldn't they reply me? Why? Who do they think
and
they
now
are?
You're in the hot seat.
And as I grew, I realized that they didn't owe me anything. Yeah. I rather had a lot to do to prove myself to get there, to be worth a collaboration. You get it? So a lot of times I tell people that Yeah, sometimes collaboration can change your life.
Yeah.
But also, don't wait for handouts. Don't say because this person didn't do the collaboration, that is why my career didn't take off. Your life is in your own hands. Nobody can make you who you want to be. So it's important that you work, thrive, get to a level where you can pick up a phone and call Sak, or they're like, oh, Sak, I have this song I'm sending to you right now, you know. And that's how it's supposed to be. But if you're lucky to when you get a collaboration just coming from that's fine. But don't walk through life expecting collaborations to take you to where you want to get to, you know.
But bro, I've seen a lot of your collaborations kind of like high profile or artists that are like on your level or let's say like above, right? Like Tigger and all that. And what about those who have something?
I can answer for you.
But
I know that question. I've done a couple of that. I don't know if you know DJ.
You see that Paul? Who give you that Paul?
Before he was going to answer, I wanted to answer on behalf that don't mind he when he was choosing his wife. He didn't give me that chance. The husband DM, he didn't give me a chance. He went for the high profile.
Yeah,
there's
a few times like I said, there's a few times that even though the person
that you show love.
Yeah, like you hear the songs like, hey, this is good. You know, let me bless, you know. Yeah. And I've done a couple of those as well. I did Yawa, yeah, baby, Yawa with DJ. That did amazing as well. And like we all, I don't want to use the word but we all have to play our parts in society to
contribute more like
you know, the little ways that we can, you know.
Well,
it's just one you've mentioned, but you are taking like that.
No, he's got to protect the space, you know.
Like,
no, but you also don't want to water down your brand.
There is more.
I mean, as much as
are not out yet that are yet to be out as well. So fingers crossed for that. And
we are looking
always
forward to that.
we see. I keep saying that we want more people to even come because if only KiDi decides to go international, it doesn't help Ghana. If only Kwesiata, if only Blackshare decides to go international, it doesn't help Ghana. It only helps Ghana when we go in numbers. If one person goes, it'll be that guy who went to do well. But when there's an army going, it's like, the Ghanaians are coming, you know, and it's beautiful to have numbers. So I always want people. That's why I never understand the fighting in, because what will it hurt us if we all go together and win together?
Fighting over the small cake.
The sky is so big, the stars are all shining. Nobody's fighting for space to shine. You know? But it's a conversation for another day. You know?
Now, mentioning being in the sky, nobody fighting for space and all of that. Now, you've won 3 Music Awards, Artist of the Year, and then you won...
Back. You have to add that.
Back to back. Okay, let me correct it. You've won Artist of the Year back to back on 3 Music Awards, and then also VGMA Artist of the Year for this year. What pressure does that put on you to perform? Because then you know that it's not written in stone exactly for you to win next year. Plus, you can't. There's no retrogression when it comes to this, and people are looking up to you, whether you like it or not. They're expecting that you do better. What pressure is on you?
I always don't like
let
to
it
use
all
the
out.
word. I always don't like to use the word pressure because I feel like it's a negative word. Although some type of pressure is good, but like. I don't see it as pressure. I see it as motivation. I see everything as motivation. I see everything as inspiration. Like, if I look at where I'm coming from, if I look at how the journey has been, if I look at how I got here, what that moment of winning as the year tells me that, listen, like, if you came all the way, it means you can go all the way, you know. There's more to be done. There's, you know, I don't see it as pressure. I see it as, okay, a stepping stone. You know, to the next level. What do I have to do? Things need to change. Like we said, like the sound, production, people, songwriters. You know, the mind. Everything needs to be. You know, the dreams need to scare us. You know, so that's what it is. Motivation to do more. You know.
How have these awards gone to help you? You know, because then people say that, okay, especially in relation to 3 Music Awards, right? People would say that, oh, I don't really want to win an award. I'm not doing music for the award. Obviously, you're not doing your music with the awards in mind. But when it comes, it is a great addition.
Nice add-on,
Exactly. It's a great addition. And so how far have these awards, especially, again, 3 Music Awards, gone to help you?
You know, like you said earlier, a lot of us move through life with the mind that, you know, like you said, we are not doing it for awards. My goal is bigger than plaques, you know, but it's a nice feeling to get it. If you get the award in your hands, it's beautiful. It's like bread. You can eat bread with margarine.
The guy took that word and said, I'll be back.
But if you don't have margarine,
he said, I'll be back.
If you don't have margarine, you can still eat the bread and still be fine, you know. So it's helped because it's changes conversation. Somebody's introducing, oh, this guy won this, and the person looks at you like, oh, okay, and they're in the packet, oh, we knew where, you know, it opens up conversations to, you know, so it's good to have an additional thing like that on your CV, your musical CV.
Speaking of awards and it's not being a must, but it's nice to have. I mean, we met at the dinner with Harvey Mason, the Grammy CEO, the Recording Academy CEO, and he made it clear that, you know, for Ghana to be viable for the Grammys, it wasn't about our numbers or our reach and all that. It was about the quality and the style of our music, and if it was good enough for peer-to-peer review, for other musicians to listen to it and say, this is unique enough, this is groundbreaking enough to deserve a Grammy. Now, I know you paid attention to that. So are we expecting a change or a growth in your music with that in mind? Because as much as nobody wakes up as a sole focus of let me go and win an award, the Grammy is like the award. And I know as much as they goofy chop the bread without the butter. Must he be
an American citizen before he can be?
No, he must have released in the American territory, so even digital qualifies.
I mean, you get visa.
Oh.
Let's do this, yo.
But like you said, I really wish I could play some of the conversations I have with producers. Like, it's like the thing you just said is what I'm constantly talking about. Like, I'm always saying, okay, everybody likes this. Okay, that's nice. I'm always thinking, what can we do? Like, what can we do that will be wow? That is new to the ear. People will hear and say, like, this is fresh. Like, I'm always in that mind space of. That's why I know that even though I produce, I'm not a pro producer to, you know, so I'm always like trying to I'll produce a demo and send it like, can you flip it into this, into that, because I'm always concerned about you hearing what I'm doing and not feeling like it's something you've heard before, you know, and I always want that. So it's a gradual process. But like he said, it's not about the numbers and your reach, about the music. So that even goes beyond even the production, it goes into the writing, the mixing, the
concept,
the mastering, the idea, the themes, you know. So there's a lot of things that go into it.
I bet okay, finish. No,
you're a great writer, KiDi, which I should.
In the future, I would
give
want
to you.
better writers.
So I was going to,
you know,
exactly. I was going to come to that. You know that in Ghana, we've still not gotten to accepting that. Not every artist is a writer. You don't necessarily need to write your own.
They write you off like
exactly, because there are so many instances on social.
Me, but the Nigerians are accepting it.
They
write for Davido, they write for Burna, they write for Wiz.
Exactly, so many instances on social that you know, people say, oh, this person didn't write their own song. So exactly, they are not talented enough and all of that. Are you going to, at some point in your life, take the back bench and say, it's okay, I want somebody to do the writing for me. Let me just sing.
If I look at where I'm trying to get to, and those who have gotten there, they've gone through it, they've done it. You know, I look at the benchmark, the Beyoncés, the Michael Jacksons, the Drakes, they all have people writing for them, and it's fine. You get me? And even the same people are complaining that we are not talented enough. We stand these people and say, hey, Charlie, blah, blah, you know. So I know that even my Golden Boy album, I have 2 songs on there that I didn't write. I know it's a gradual process, but I want to open myself because, Charlie, the idea not only in your head inside. Somebody can bring some idea that you can mix with what you know and flip and become magic, you know. So I'm definitely open to having writers.
Do you write for other people?
Yeah, I used to. I haven't written in a minute.
In a while. Okay.
But yeah, I used to. Right, when I'm in the studio and you're making music, what's the word? I want to get involved. I can't sit in the studio and watch you make music and I'm there.
Who have you written for?
Adina. I think I wrote and produced.
Hey, the way KiDi love Adina.
So today you come to throw us all on the bus.
I wrote a couple of songs for Miss V while she was on the label as well, written a couple for some other as well, and Sina, you know, so yeah, I enjoy the process of having somebody else bring my idea to life. You know,
so, you've got some man love here. So staff of Formosa restaurant of the Spintex, especially Stephen, he says, yo, he's he's my favorite artist in Ghana, and they want you to come over for lunch. So yeah,
can I tag along?
As they know, give me free lunch. I just go take, I don't know how I go do it. Maybe I for print your picture for
that'd be all. I go
show love. Yeah, I'll go with you. More love here. Okay, Godfather, aka Flyest, well, he uses the N word. Says watching the show though, says KiDi is really calm. I think that's he spoke about, you know, the two-sided. People think one side about you, and when they really get close to you, you know, they see another different level altogether. Yeah, Lenny.
No, I was just saying I'll tag along with you when you're going to the restaurant.
No, please. hold it right there. Now let's get into the kitchen since food was brought. Do you cook?
I believe I can. No, I have cooked a couple of times where I've been pushed to the wall. I have made stew, made indomie, and mind you, don't write off my indomie because it is the best.
There's the
spiciest
indomie.
Yes.
What
Eat
indomie?
my indomie. Hey. But yeah,
See,
now
let me just conclude that KiDi can just boil water. Because
one thing I'm amazing at doing and making is breakfast.
But the last time,
Can you walk us through the
likes. So,
enter kitchen.
If I enter, take your saucepan, pour water, start boiling the water. While the water is boiling, I take all the vegetables, start chopping the tomatoes, onions, everything, and then put the indomie in there. And then while it's in there, I put my spices together with it, the pepper and the curry and all of these things. While it's doing, I put a frying pan, I put a little oil in there, you know. I 4 eggs, you know, put it in there, stir it up.
Yeah.
Put the indomie that is peppered and spiced
into it.
Stir. Put my vegetables in there. Put a few. I like to put soy sauce in there a bit. You know, gives it a little, you know. And then by the time you realize,
we'll cook some EP conversation.
I have a comment. Here. Which, it's a converted soul. You need to hear it, right? Okay. KiDi's music makes sense. Initially, I never liked such type until I kept listening to his music, and now he's still a king on his own. Trust me. He's now grown up in mature words, and that's what our system loves. Tell him to be who he wants to be, and we move. And that's from K. Antonio off Facebook.
That's nice.
And I think that's positive for somebody to confess that.
That's
then
nice.
you debore me.
Yeah.
But
That's nice.
now they maybe rantes. I think that's good. That's good. You for servants or Indomie. For me,
they like Tatale and
hey,
I don't tell you.
Boy,
he gifted me Tatale and beans someday.
Really?
Random, man. I chop. Random.
No, one thing I love, I don't play with food. Right, because of that, I actually have a cook, because sometimes the idea of waking up and thinking of what to eat alone is I'm thinking of too many things to think of what to eat. So I have somebody that cooks for lunch, dinner every day, and now, but when it involves is in Osu, the Presby. I told Jay that Charlie.
They go Osu from your location.
The Presby headquarters in Body.
Let's talk about
towards Paye before you go come down.
That road there.
Seen it.
Seen it. But
let's talk about let's talk about foreplay again. It has come at a time when, you know, I mean, at the listening, the whole social media thing came up and all of that. Plus, when you released it, you weren't in the country, right? So, what are the strategies that you're putting in place to further promote this EP?
How big do you want to make it? How big are you making it?
I always say that every project that I drop should always do better than the previous. Like, everything I do, every move I make should take me to a next level. So dropping, like I said, when I was having the meeting with all the labels to decide on this part, I told them that the best thing that could happen to my next album is this EP. You know, like, let's not just rush into an album. No, let's take our time. Let the EP test waters, do things, plug us in places that will make us ready for an album. You know, like you said, I wasn't in the country. I came. Obviously, the things happening have tried to, but we're still fighting through it. You know, we did a listening. I'm doing media rounds and all of that. Right now, obviously, the internet is our most powerful tool right now. Yes. So, like, I'm not letting that go as well. Constantly putting the song in people's faces, activations in different demographics, you know. Like, there's a lot of things happening that will always take fruition with time, you know. So
you mentioned social media, and in promotion of this EP, you released Champagne first, right? And listening to some breakdowns from Champagne, or even just listening to Champagne first off, and then listening to the breakdowns after, you can tell that there are some bits in there that TikTokers can use. Now, there's been this discussion that people say artists now make songs with TikTok in mind and TikTok
activations in mind.
Exactly. With the Champagne song, how well would you say it's doing on TikTok at the moment?
KiDi, you did one just to add to your question. Say Cheese, right? You did that with social media in mind, right? Compared to the questions he had, exactly.
So let me even start from Say Cheese.
Yeah, we've got a minute on there because there's a very important question about Say Cheese we need to ask.
Okay. So like Say Cheese, it came at a time where traditional media was non-existent. Like everybody were stuck at home, so we need to come like, what can we do? All we have is the internet. So what I did after the song was made, like, let's hit up all my female friends wherever they are.
You get female friends, bro.
1 billion.
Let me hit
1 billion female
everybody,
friends.
like, because everybody's home. You are not going anywhere. You are home. So I'll send you the song, 30 seconds, do a video. We'll compile all the videos, and then we'll make one big music video from it. So we call it like the home video. And we did that, and it helps the video because everybody in the video wants to show their friend. I'm in the video, and it helps, and everybody wants to jump on to do the same.
Yeah.
So that was like a strategy then. That was even before TikTok became TikTok like as we know it now, and then Touch It happened, which also took that. Even Touch, I didn't think of TikTok when I was making Touch. It was one like a vibe that I was making. So that also took the TikTok route. But like we can also attest the fact that TikTok has come to play an important role in music industry worldwide. It has its pros and cons. They are there. Let's not avoid them. But we cannot talk about the fact enough that it's come to help a bit. In certain areas. You make a song and the song could reach somebody in China just by the algorithm of TikTok and Reels.
Yeah,
that's how come Touch It can reach India, because India doesn't even have TikTok. So that the song even reach it through Reels and Triller and all of that. We cannot deny the fact that these tools are at our disposal to use. But obviously, there's always the thin line, the balance, having a healthy balance of it. Because then when you move to the other side too much, then your music comes, boom, gone. Music comes, boom, gone. It becomes like fast food.
It tilts the scale.
Well, I just wish we had a lot of time to have more conversations, but we have to go because we're going to play back the performance that KiDi just had a couple of minutes ago in the studios. I'm being told that you haven't seen yourself perform on that platform, so it'd be good to you to just have the last 5 minutes enjoy. But you've been a great person to us this morning, blessing us, and you're waking up early in the morning is pretty difficult. But thanks for coming through and honoring this invitation. We are truly, truly grateful. We will not call you this year again.
And you know how they told me about this every last night at 10 p.m.
Ouch.
I was out at Molly's listening, and then you have an interview at 7 a.m. I'm like,
come and sleep.
I said, by this time, I'm planned for my sleep.
By this o'clock.
I can imagine. But it's all good though. So shouts to the EP. Great job done. Foreplay. We can't wait for the next and the next and next project. But we definitely put all the support we can behind this EP and also push it for it to get all the maximum.
Everybody go stream. Put somebody on.
Where are we gonna get it? Where is it?
Everywhere. Like when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Boomplay, AudioMac, Apple, Spotify, Deezer, everywhere, YouTube, wherever is your preferred streaming.
Let's just check it out.
You have it.
Hey Siri, can you play Champagne by KiDi?
No way. Before we go, I just want to say shouts to our production team. They do an amazing job, and then on Fridays they go extra with these performances, which is great. So to everyone who makes it happen. So for everybody that makes it happen, production, programming, thank you.
It is possible.
We've done 15 days of the show already, and that is great. 15 days of losing sleep in the morning, and it's worth it. It's worth it. So big up everybody.
Free, right?
Not exactly. Not exactly. Yeah.
Charlie, I see somebody for this thing video inside there.
Oh boy.
Wait, like
inside.
Oh boy. Charlie, let's wrap up, guys. So if you don't pay our mind, they don't take your medicine. They tell you already.
And on that note, well, that's all you get this morning. But stick and stay tuned into Plus 89.9 FM all day, and as well as stream music if you can. Watch TV all day with us. We're back here next time. Well, same time on Monday, 7 a.m. And the name is Jay, and here with Serial and Lenny and of course the man KiDi himself, and we are out.
Have a great weekend.
Yep.
Say come give me that your body. You put the spell on me. I'm shy, but when I drink some liquor I'm a bad boy. Oh, na 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 na. fatso. I dey see 'em for your front, baby. I dey see 'em for your front. Habibi, my love. I need you to kiss me with your sugar lips, oh my freaky dicky girl. I need you to wind your waist, oh baby, calypso. See, oh you say you want the soft life, yeah, this your booty soft too. Talk to me nice, oh no, this your booty soft too. Baby, say what's the time? 6 o'clock. She give me new name, Mr. Clock. Clock me perfect, pussy got purr. One girl give me that ride, me chauffeur. Habibi, my love. I need you to kiss me with your sugar lips, oh my freaky dicky girl. I need you to wind your waist, oh baby, calypso. Sugar daddy, hey, baby. Oh no, baby. Anytime that you tell me that you want me, I be feeling like a zombie. I do wait to make you call my phone, make I sing to you all night. Yeah, my baby, yeah. This your love would they give me fever. This your love make my temperature go high. Baby, you for no, say you're the one, my darling. If you ever leave, oh, it's him I go do. Baby, you for no, say you're the one, my darling. If you ever leave, oh, it's him I go do. Wait him I go do. For your love I be here. You make me want to break my rules. Touch me and dance. Wait him I go do. For your love I be here. You make me want to break my rules. Touch me and I lose my cool. It's a foreplay season, so season, yeah. Baby, no.
Hey, the song, it's called Shakira, if you're ready.
I only need you when I'm breathing. You're my fire and desire. Oh, you make me come alive. Kiss me, make I feel your fire. Baby, make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die, you. Make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die, you. Make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die, you. Make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die, you. C'était wa, c'était wa, c'était wa. Oh, Shakira, your hips don't lie. You sexy and you know it. I love them thighs. Oh, you know, say you bad. Would you be my lover? Baby, make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die. Make you no leave me for this place, you. I go die. Make you no leave me for this place. I go die, oh, make you no leave me for this place. I go die, oh. Hey, c'était wa, Jenny, c'était wa, Oli, c'était wa, Annie, c'était wa, Oni, c'était wa. Yeah, we are, you know we are. Check it. 1, hey, give it.
Standing in between.